Untouchable Empire, 5 p.m. ST, Super Panel, pick up the pace, let's go, go, woo. Huh. Woo. Yeah. We coming in heavy, the Super Panel ready with Fatty and Ali on the stage, the host, we doing the most, we making the toast of the untouchable empire running the coast. They stepping to us, but they moving too slow. The orchestra hitting, we running the show. The 808s bumping, the violins jumping at 5 p.m. EST. We ready to blow. Andrew Wilson, ready for the smoke. We ain't playing games, know it, it ain't a joke. Step to the squad and you'll get exposed. Untouchable empire, leaving you broke. Hey, hold up a minute, the opposition learning, they trying right now to get in the league back. They putting revenge, they bringing attention, but we got the armor defending the track. The steppers is speeding, the process of stampede, we trapping the beat and we bringing the heat. The aggression is teaching the lesson, the empire standing, we never retreat. Andrew Wilson, ready for the smoke. We ain't playing games, know it, it ain't a joke. Step to the squad and you'll get exposed. Untouchable empire, leaving you broke. Fatty, Ali, the squad is ready. We ready for smoke. 5 p.m. ST, untouchable empire. We don't stop.
The content presented on the following show is intended for satirical and educational purposes only. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by panelists and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of the host, production team, or channel. Additionally, any third-party content featured in this program is used in compliance with fair use under United States copyright law, which allows for commentary, criticism, news report, teaching, and research. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage independent thought and discussion.
Welcome to the Untouchable Super Panel with Ilkan Ali and Fatty. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show.
What you're seeing right now with the men is a response to your radicalization. So to try to project that onto us is absolutely ridiculous. And the men are not behaving the way they're behaving right now because they can't keep up. They're behaving the way they're behaving because you broke the social contract.
You're having a conversation in bad faith. Did you say women are children? Did you say women are children? No.
Look at the construction industry, it's 99%, 98% men. But when you're talking about cooking, right, the reason, and by the way, it wasn't mostly women who did cooking, it was just mostly women who stayed at home who did cooking. That's why it's considered a traditional family role. It's part of the whole child rearing aspect.
So you know that you're here because of your father? Because men determine the sex of the baby? Did you know that?
Can we just say, if we're doing men versus women, like, women have infinitely more options. If you download a dating app, like, even grandmas get like thousands of matches.
Right.
And I understand that, like, sexual attention isn't the same as relationship attention, but out of 1,000, one will take her seriously.
You wasn't putting it down mentally. You don't know how to touch her without touching her. You wasn't putting it down sexually, and you wasn't putting it down financially.
Well, we
So yes.
But these women literally get to walk out the house looking like it's Halloween every day, but want to look down on you and tell you how you look. Bitch, I look like my 8th grade picture. You don't look like your 8th day old picture. You go on a lot of these women's Instagram pages, it look like 30 different on there. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
It's not that she's so awesome and intelligent and everybody missed out and you just so happen to walk up on a flower. Yeah. She's lying to you.
But these women saw you. When these women saw you, she already wanted you before you even open your mouth. Like Ali said, you didn't convince her to nothing. There's the male ego.
It's time to do.
SH?
No. Ilkan Ali today.
It's Ilkan Ali. Man, shout out. Okay, well, shout out. Okay, it's Ilkan Ali today. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in to the Super Untouchable panel, man. Much love to everybody who's simulcasting on King Richard's side, Taz side, SH side, Mr. Fantastic side, and Mr. Andrew Wilson side as well, too. So hopefully we have a phenomenal show. We keep it kind of cordial. I know we're going to turn up on this show. I know it's going to get a little crazy, but let's keep it respectful, okay? So before we start, let's go ahead and go in with all the guests that came through on the Super Untouchable panel today. I guess we'll start out with the one and only Andrew Wilson, who's in the building today.
Yeah, my name is. No, sorry.
Without the beard. I cut my beard off a couple of weeks ago, grew back in 1 week, but Andrew Wilson without the beard. So we're gonna see what happens with Andrew Wilson without the beard. My brother King Rich is in the building as well, too, man. One and only King Rich is in the building as well. And shout out to SA. She's making her rounds every week now, getting her subscribers to go up and up ever so much every day. It's all right, man. We still love you, SH. I see what you're doing over there, but much love to SH in the building as well, too. And then my brother, Mr. Fantastic. Shout out to Fantastic. You already know what time it is on YouTube and IG, man. Much love to you, Mr. Fantastic. And then my sister, Roses, is in the building as well, too. And then my brother, the GOAT Taz Exclusives, is in the building as well, too, man. Much love to you coming through, man. All right, and again, if you're not simul streaming, I know a lot of people don't like people to do that when they're on their shows. If you are on this stream, you are more than welcome to simul stream if you have not started as well, too. And if you're already simul streaming, whoever support the people that simul streaming, please go ahead and gift the people that's already on the show as well, too, man. Make sure you like and make sure you hype after the shows as well, too.
Thank you very much.
Hold on. And then much love to my brother, the co-host, the one and only Team Fatty in the building as well, too.
Thank you very much, friends. I appreciate y'all being here, and my co-host and founding father of the Untouchable Empire, Mr. Ilkan Ali, is in the building.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Friends, we have a 3-tier question, and then we go from there. Okay, three main questions, and then we build on it. I appreciate y'all being here. If y'all in the middle, leave it alone. We're kind of going to let Andrew lead the conversation, and then we fill in the air afterwards. Okay. I have a question for y'all, and the question is: let's start with, was 35 years too much? Okay. Karmelo Anthony was convicted to 35 years. Now he's doing an appeal. My question is, was 35 years too much? I'm going to start with Andrew, and then we fill in.
It's time to do.
Go ahead, Andrew.
No, it not only wasn't too much. I think the death penalty is appropriate for a case like this. So, in my opinion, he stabbed an innocent person in the heart with a knife at a school event, and that generally leads to, or at least it used to in a more moral nation, to the electric chair. And that's what I think should have happened personally. But at least life in prison at a minimum. Right now, he can serve 15 years and he's out. That's ridiculous. That's insane. The victim's family, of course, they're deprived from their son for a lifetime.
King Riches, do you agree with Andy, or do you think it was that will be too much?
Andrew's talking about he believes the death penalty would have been justified. I don't believe that. I think that it's a manslaughter charge. Like, obviously, it was a heinous crime, but I don't think it was in Karmelo's intention to delete the guy. I think that there was a level of conflict between him and these other boys. Now, he made a very, very crucial mistake to use a tool. And obviously, you know, the other boy is deceased. But I think saying that you think the death penalty would have been a better result is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, he just unintentionally stabbed him in the heart. It was an accident. He didn't.
I never said that, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Manslaughter.
I didn't say that. I'm saying that I don't think I'm saying I don't think his intention was to delete the guy.
Oh, so what is your intention when you stab somebody in the heart? Is it to just not kill them, or is it to kill them?
What do you mean what do you mean
if
by
you stabbed a person in the heart?
What do you mean?
Would you try to convince me that you didn't mean to kill him when you were stabbing him in the heart?
I honestly think that the boy was stupid. I think that it's ridiculous. I don't think that he should have got off. I think that, yeah, of course he had to go to prison for what he did, but I don't think that he premeditated that. He wanted
How is it not premeditated if you pull out a knife and stab somebody in the heart, dude? Yes, that's premeditated.
In situations like that where he was obviously the smaller guy, and we know this happens every day. Listen, let me finish what I'm saying before you start making sound effects. Man.
Go ahead.
Like, seriously, like don't do that, innit? Yeah.
Do what?
So like basically.
Go ahead.
Bro. Let's go on Mike and then interrupt it. King Riches, and then when he lands, Andrew will.
Don't do that, because
King, I'm here to moderate. Don't worry about it. Finish your statement, and then you can go afterwards, and then we move to the bottom.
As I was saying, like, at the end of the day, like, we wasn't there, you wasn't there. You don't know what was said. You don't know the temperature that or you don't know what was going on. All you know is that, and all you're going off of is that he stabbed the boy, and I understand that. But you're saying that he should have got the death penalty. I just don't agree with it. I don't think he was on some serial killer vibes, like, oh, I'm coming out my house today to take someone's life. I don't think he was that was the situation.
Well, let's go.
Do I think as a boxer, I'm a fighter. Yeah, I'm somebody that uses my hands. I don't believe in carrying weapons. I don't. So in terms of 35 years, do I think that was he took someone's life. So at the end of the day, if you take someone's life, your life should be ruined, basically. But you're saying the death penalty, I don't agree with that.
But you see how you never made an actual argument for why. You just vibing it, right? Just my vibe.
I don't think you were. I just told you. No. Don't say
1 second. Hey, 1 second. Hey, 1 second, friends. Hey, King, let him land, and I'll give him a chance to correct him.
My turn.
King, you will have the
calm down, bro.
Friends,
don't tell me.
Hey, friends, we talk. Hey, we talk before the show. If your opponent is committing a mistake, don't interrupt him. Let him land his plane. And King, afterwards, you are left the chance to say he is wrong and this is why. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, so anyway, all you gave me was vibes. You didn't give me a single argument for why he doesn't deserve the death penalty. You don't think so. Well, that's nice. You also said, well, we don't really know because you weren't there. That's great. We had a trial. That's what that was there for, so that we could discover the facts of the case. And as it turns out in the facts of the case, all that happened was these other kids moved his stuff, and that made him upset, right? They got in each other's faces. There was a moderate shove. He pulled out a knife, stabbed him in the heart. Now you say, well, that's not premeditated. The second you go for a weapon, pull it out and stab somebody, you are making the conscious premeditated decision to kill them. By the way, in the state that they were in, when it comes to murder, they don't even make those distinctions. They don't even do that. There's like, look, if it's the case in Texas that you murder them, under whatever the circumstances are, premeditated or not, it's the same penalty. So you don't even know what the facts are of the case. You don't know what you're talking about, dude.
King uninterrupted, please.
At the end of the day, as I said, I don't think the boy's intention was to delete the guy. I think that there was an altercation, and I felt that, and I think that he probably was feeling like, I'm the smaller guy. There's more of them. He was in their environment, their tent or whatever. He probably was scared and thinking, oh, I'm gonna get beat up. I've got to do what I've got to do. But I don't think that his mindset was, I want to delete the guy. That's what I honestly believe. And somebody like me who's been in a lot of situations, bro, like sometimes you'll make stupid decisions that you will regret later. I'm sure the boy regrets it, but I don't think that he premeditated that I want to take this boy's life. I think that he was in altercation, and you're saying the trial, we have all the facts. You don't have all the facts, because you don't know who's lying. You don't know what pieces of information is left out. We don't know. All we're going off of is what these people said. They came to court and said, and that's it. You still wasn't there. You still don't know 1,000% what happened. You only know
all you're doing
certain parts that you know for
all
sure.
you're doing is making a gaps argument. You don't know for sure 1,000% anything by the same exact logic.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Hang on, relax. You don't know anything.
Don't me to don't do that passive aggressive.
Dude, I'm not. It's not. It's aggressive.
You've never seen me upset in your life.
Nothing passive
You've never
about
seen
it.
me upset in your life. You've never seen me upset in your life. So don't tell me, relax,
okay.
I'm relaxed, I'm calm.
Can I get 3 words out without you interrupting?
This is me
and
normal.
losing your mind?
This is me being normal, bro.
You're good. Then just normally
you don't
be
need to keep
so
telling
I
me
can
to
make
relax.
my point. Can you normally be
Yeah,
quiet?
cool. Don't tell me to relax, because I'm relaxed. I'm
okay.
Calm.
Chill out, bro. Whatever you want me. Whatever you
stop
want me to say.
saying that. Just get on with what you're saying.
Okay. You have to close your mouth, dude.
Hey, friend.
Hey,
one second, friend. 1 second. Hey, friends. If somebody tells you to relax, you know what it means. It's for you to get agitated. Don't fall for it, please. Okay? Calm down. Relax. Calm down. Relax. Don't fall for it. If somebody tells you to calm down, it's for you to control yourself.
Right, he can just carry on with what he's saying. Don't need to keep telling you.
How am I supposed to do that when you can't close your yap? You can't close your mouth to let me say a sentence.
It's totally fine. Let me bring Mr.
Like I don't interrupt you, and you just can't close your mouth for 5 seconds for rebuttal.
Let me bring Mr. Fantastic.
Serious impulse control
like that. You wouldn't talk like this in person.
Serious impulse control issues.
You wouldn't talk like this in person, but carry on in it.
Oh, so you're gonna beat me up now?
I'm just saying it's unrealistic.
I'm not violent, and if you say I am, I'll kick your ass.
Unrealistic. It's unrealistic.
I'm not.
You would just be normal. Everyone would be normal. Everyone would be normal.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying to you.
Be normal.
So why do you need to keep saying calm down? I'm saying I'm calm, and you keep saying it over and over and over again to be antagonizing.
Because the other person won't shut up. Then you tell them to calm down.
And now you're saying shut up and all of this. Like, bro, when you tell someone to shut up, what do you expect?
You still won't calm down.
Like, oh, okay.
I didn't tell you to shut up. I asked you to relax.
And then you said close your mouth and all this kind of
antagonizing. Yeah, later, because you won't.
Just carry on with what you're saying, bro. I'm gonna stop.
Is anybody but you allowed to talk this entire panel?
I'm gonna stop talking. Carry on with what you want to say.
Yeah, great. So all you have to do is just let me speak. So anyway, when it comes to the things that you just said, there's a whole bunch of rebuttals to them. The first thing is like, sure, you can't know anything 1,000%, I guess. Great. The purpose for a trial is so that we could discover facts about the trial. Once we discover the facts about the trial, that we go based on the evidence. And we do have compelling evidence that there was no justification whatsoever for Karmelo Anthony to pull a folding knife out of his pocket and stab the other kid in the heart. We have good, compelling evidence for that. So, by the way, the jury agrees with me, and the judge agreed, handed him down 35 plus years. So, what do you mean?
Cool state.
Yeah. So it wasn't a judge; it was a jury in Texas, as you said, right? The judge didn't really give the sentencing; the jury decided it. Second thing, yeah, you're right about the premeditation and things not being necessary or needed, but being that the judge and the prosecution considered manslaughter, it leans to the fact of the matter they were considering that it could have possibly been manslaughter also, even though of course there was the worst possible outcome. Man, I didn't see him. I definitely saw him getting time, but I saw him getting maxed out at the manslaughter 20-year rate. At the same time, though, 35 years ain't 99, right? Oh, and as far as the death penalty, it was never on the table because he was a minor. Even though they're trying him as an adult, he can't receive the death penalty. If we're going to properly talk about the state of Texas and the parameters that were in the case. And again, there are very, very unfortunate things, right? Again, when we start talking premeditation, be it necessary or not, the clear understanding of it is, hey, I'm going to kill somebody today. I don't think that Karmelo Anthony came out of his house saying, I'm going to kill a white person, I'm going to kill Austin Metcalf or anything today. He made the worst possible decision and had the worst possible outcome. Actually, I just learned this a week ago. I think they say it's less than 10% of people that get stabbed die from stabbings. Okay. Now, of course, stabbings are far more lethal ways of, ending an altercation or dealing in an altercation than fighting. And I would have suggested, or I would have definitely preferred him fight it out with his hands than use a weapon. And this is why you don't bring weapons, a knife to a fist fight, because stuff like this can happen. So is 35 years too much? Being that he got found guilty for murder, no, it's not too much at all, because he could have got 99 years. They could have maxed him out. So, despite feeling like it was more towards the manslaughter, because I don't think that, that he's not this fucking ninja assassin that knows exactly where the heart is and aimed it directly for the heart and stabbed the boy. I think it's very, very, again, he shouldn't have used a knife in the first place, but it was the worst possible outcome that it was. And being that he could have got 99 years and he didn't even get half of that, 35 years and then eligibility of parole at 17 and a half, that's more than reasonable. I'm done.
I don't know. Is it my turn for rebuttal? Because I saw somebody else up on the screen. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to follow the rules. Okay, gotcha. Well, there's an olive branch here. There's some things that I agree with you on. So the first point, when you're asking about the death penalty, you're right. It wasn't on the table. They were asking what should have happened. This, to me, is a hypothetical about idealism. You're asking, ideally, what would you want to have seen in a case like this? I don't think the death penalty would be off the table from my moral view. You're right in the facts that wasn't on the table as far as sentencing goes. However, life imprisonment, I think, was actually on the table as far as sentencing goes. I think it was. Am I incorrect there?
Yeah, you're incorrect. Like, it was maxed out at 99 years, but they can't give him life. Because, well, no. Even still, he has the ability. Well, technically, you're right.
It's life.
But yeah. So 99 years would be life for all intents and purposes. But by the letter of the law, he can't be given life in prison.
Because, what would he be? 116?
Right? Yeah, you're right. You're correct. But I'm just saying, going by the actual statutes and things, he has to be the eligibility of parole, being that even though they tried him as an adult, he was a minor when the offense occurred. My bad. So technically, you're right. That would definitely be life.
So again, olive branch there. No disagreement there, but I do think that they could have given him a much more rigid sentence. I would have been fine with it. I would have been fine with the 99 years if they could have done it. And when it comes to this idea, though, one of the things that you said here that I do take issue with is when you're talking about the stabbing itself. You don't think that he purposely was setting out to kill him. You said 10% of stabbing victims only die, which, by the way, is still really high. Just so you know, 10% is still enormously high. When it comes to a thing that kills you. If 10% of the activities that you do would kill you, you would avoid those 10%, right? So when we're talking about this,
buddy,
it's actually...
I worked on no. I worked in the most dangerous place on the planet, bro, for like substantial military carrier flight deck.
I don't think that has a 10% mortality rate. I'd be willing to bet right now.
Well, I'm just telling you that it's the most, like, top 5, no less than top 5. Most
but I'd be willing to bet you that it's not even close to a 10% mortality. Not even in the same universe.
So what would be? Give me an occupation that would be a 10% mortality.
I don't think that there are many occupations that would, which is why I'm saying that if it has a 10% mortality rate, you'd avoid it like the plague, because the chance of it killing you are so outrageously high. So you try to minimize by saying it's 10%, but that's actually really high. If I were to give you 10 jelly beans and say one of these will kill you, would you pick and eat one? No, right? That's still astronomical odds when you think about it. So that's the first thing that I'll take issue with. The second is when you say, well, he didn't intend to kill him, then why did he aim for the chest? Why not go for the leg? Why not go for the arm? Why not go for those things? Why would you stab in the chest? The chest is the area that you would normally go to if you wanted to kill somebody. That's not the area that you would go to if you didn't. Slashing an arm, going for the leg, going for the arms, things like this, going for the neck or chest, that looks like something that has the intent for a killing blow, from my opinion and from my view.
No, I agree with that. But again, that's what I'm saying. And being till the evidence has been presented, I can't say his intention or intent as far as the direction or like the location, but it seems to me like that was just the thing that was most likely or right there as the way it's described or whatnot. Like I said, at the end of the day, I don't believe he should have used a knife in the first place. But it's the fact of the matter that people do things all the time in a violent nature, in a violent manner, without the intention of killing people, and they end up dead. And I'm thinking that's what happened in this situation.
I don't disagree with you in a sense that, yes, people can engage in conflict with each other where they don't intend to kill the other person. This happens accidentally with fists, with feet, in aggressive, fights at a club or bar. Accidents like that do occur. I think that there's a distinction to be made here when you pull out a folding knife, right? You still have it half folded before you stab at the chest region. That to me looks like intent. If it was me and let's say we were in a bar and we ended up in some sort of conflict and I pulled out a knife, slashed at your arm, slashed at your leg, something like this, later told the police, hey, I was just trying to get away from the situation, or it was so aggressive, I was trying to get out of it without killing the guy. That sounds a lot more believable than, but I pulled it out and stabbed him right in the chest in the heart region. That seems to me like I'm trying to kill you, right?
No, I agree. And my only thing would be for that is that, unfortunately, this is the first time he stabbed someone, and as far as we know, he has any history of violence and so on and so forth. And I'm not going to say ignorance and so on and so forth. Again, I just don't. Like you said, I don't think it was the thing to where, to a kid, a knife is, stab, slash, all these different things. It was just the worst possible fucking location, bro. And like I said, from the way that it was described by the coroner, it was the worst possible way. Even the entry wound of the knife.
Yeah, it couldn't have gone worse.
So that's all I'm saying, man. Again, at the end of the day, I don't agree with him using a knife in a fist fight.
But let me just tie it off with this, because I think we do agree, but maybe we can tie it off with a lot more agreement. If I said, in my defense, I slashed at his leg and it hit his femoral artery, and I clearly wasn't intending to do that because I was slashing at the leg and I thought that that's a non-lethal area. Doesn't that sound way more believable than I wasn't trying to kill him, but I stabbed him in the chest area?
Of course, and I agree. Yeah. And the biggest thing, and that's the biggest thing, and I think that's what gave him what it was: the injury, the positioning of the injury, and all the things and so on and so forth. When you hear the coroner say he pretty much died instantaneously, there was no way for him to even be resuscitated if they wanted to. I think that's what got him the level of what he got.
Yeah, then I think we have more agreement than we don't, honestly.
Yeah.
Tess, please uninterrupt it. And friends, if I show a cash app in the camera, don't stop talking, okay? I'm just acknowledging the fans. Thank you very much to the 900 people watching, plus the people on Andrew Wilson's side. We appreciate y'all.
I think there's 10,000 over here today.
Yes, you are not famous at all, sir. Thank you very much once again. I hope y'all having fun. Support the content creators that y'all watching, respectively. Everyone in the chat.
And by the way, to my chat, remember, people who host us and are kind to us, we're kind back. Make sure you go over to this channel, send in the super chats, show the support for people who are willing to platform us and allow us to debate on their platforms.
Thank you very much for the kindness, Andrew. Appreciate that. Tess, uninterrupted, please. What do you think? 35 years was too much, or you actually have a different idea?
Yeah, it's definitely too much. So I understand why he got 35 years. The inadequate defense that he was given is why he got 35 years. I'm actually of the belief that he shouldn't have got any time. I do believe that as the innocent party just sitting there, the aggressor is the person that walked up to him and put their hands on him. And so if anything, he should be home free right now. And that boy is where he deserves to be for putting his hands on someone who didn't touch him first.
So you're making... Oh, I'm sorry.
No. There's your statement. Do you have, Andrew? You can rebuttal that. Yes, absolutely.
No, I mean, there's nothing here to rebut. This is, first of all, you say it's an inadequate defense, but you give no examples of how the defense was inadequate. You just say that it was. Assertions that are made without evidence can be dismissed without evidence, and you provided none. You didn't even provide a single example of how the defense itself was inadequate. Hang on. I didn't interrupt you. I did interrupt you once.
It's fine. Let him land, and then you got it, Tess.
And then I promise I'll let you say whatever you need to, right? So I want to hear out what you have to say, but I'm going to also make my adamant defenses here. So you didn't provide any adequate or any examples of inadequate defense. That's the first thing. The second thing is when you're talking about self-defense itself, you say he put his hands on him. You do realize that in most states you have some sort of escalation policy which occurs, which means that you have to have some sort of clear and present danger to your life. Karmelo Anthony himself and the witnesses there seem to think that that was not the case at all, that it did not justify pulling out a folding knife and stabbing him in the chest. If I were to say that he pulled out a gun and shot him in the chest after it was the case that he got shoved, would you say that that was equally justified?
The laws need to demonstrate what actually happened, again, which is a young man who sat there and was aggressed by another young man responded to being pushed. And so those examples you're looking for, one of them would be this idea that Karmelo called all of them pussies, but when he was questioned on cross-examination, that wasn't in any 2025 reporting. There is nothing that denoted that Karmelo Anthony was an aggressor in any of the early reports. So these newfound stories and testimonies that we see in 2026, those are inconsistencies that were dealt with inadequately by the defense. Now, if you wanted me to give you the examples of inadequacies, I could have. Don't just imply that I didn't. I was just giving you an opening statement.
Okay, but you didn't, and now you've given me one, and yet
would you like another? Would you like another
under the witness statement? Well, let's refute one at a time. Okay. Under the witness statement of the provocation, the witness stated that after Anthony was repeatedly asked to leave the Memorial High School tent during the rain day, he refused, became hostile, saying, "I'm not leaving. Fuck you all." The slur, witnesses say that he then called the surrounding student athletes a bunch of pussies who were not going to do nothing about it. That's what the witness testimony showed that came out in the trial. So that is what the evidence is that we have on record. I don't know what evidence you're referring to, because it sounds like, hang on, almost done. And then I promise you can respond. And then secondarily, he didn't actually answer my question. What would be the distinction had he been there with a Glock concealed, and then this guy shoved him in the shoulder, he pulled out the Glock and shot him in the chest? Why would that be a distinction in your mind?
So I want to make sure we're doing this one at a time. So let's deal with what you just read. What you just read, again, was debunked on cross-examination, because until you show me something from 2025 that says Karmelo said these things, this is new testimony as highlighted by the defense in cross-examination. So whatever you're reading, can you continue reading it to let these people know what was said under cross-examination?
Yeah, I'll continue to read it. During cross-examination, the defense tried to discredit the claim by pointing out that the students did not include Anthony's cursing or slurs in their initial written statement. That's what you're referring to, right?
Absolutely.
But the jury ultimately found that the verbal provocation accounts were very credible and rejected the self-defense argument. They rejected it because they found they found the claims to be credible, even if it's not the case that the witness initially reported it. Who cares? They don't think that made the witness less credible because they didn't initially report it. They did report it afterwards when they gave a totality of recounting. So I don't really know how this is in any way, shape, or form inadequate defense, especially since the defense was the one that pointed this out.
Right. Well, they pointed out the fact that the testimony was inconsistent, which is what they're supposed to do. Now,
yeah, so how's that inadequate?
Don't interrupt me after you just sat here crying about it being interrupted.
Well, I'm just curious about the inadequacy.
Right, but don't do that though. But don't do that though. You just sat here and cried about being interrupted.
Dude, I'm just asking.
Come on, my ass. Shut up when I'm talking.
You shut up when I'm talking. You shut the fuck up. Fuck you.
You chimping out. You chimping out, white boy. Relax.
Now that the goats rammed each other, let's go ahead, go uninterrupted, and then Andrew can respond. Then we go back to the ladies.
Well, I mean, because again, I just want him to understand that the point he's running from is the fact that it was dealt with, and now when I'm calling it inadequate, they're not challenging enough of these witnesses on their inconsistencies. So I know he does not want that to happen because it benefits him in terms of the outcome. But there are multiple inconsistencies. For example, another would be one saying he was pushed with one hand, another saying he was pushed with two. One saying it was a light tap, another saying it was a direct shove. Because you have these inconsistencies that were not dealt with by the defense, I am well within my intellectual reasoning to say that that's inadequate as a defense. What is he talking about?
It's really funny here because what you're saying is actually self-contradictory. It's P and not P. The defense was inadequate because they didn't point all these things out. And then it turns out they did point all these things out. The jury just didn't believe them. So how could that be the defense being inadequate? In fact, it would be the opposite. The defense is adequately making the exact same defenses that you would make based on the sworn witness testimony and the inconsistencies you see. So how's the defense being inadequate again, dude?
Because again, these arguments that we're making about that one statement, that is the only time they pointed out that inconsistency. When if you're fighting for this young man's life, you'll point out these multiple inconsistencies multiple times. And even now, when you get the chance to call witnesses, you'll call that witness up and show his inconsistency through questioning.
Are you saying that the defense attorney specifically did not under cross-examination point out these various inadequacies that you right now are pointing out? Because the matter of record that I have, at least for the first claim, they did. And I'm willing to go claim by claim. And I got a feeling the defense actually did point these things out. So again, how is it the case that it's an inadequate defense? How?
Because pointing it out is not the same as using it to get Karmelo a better sentence. Pointing it out shows now that you are identifying it. Pay attention, white dude. Pointing it out means I see it.
No sense.
I didn't. Right. I'm trying to show you. I know you're smart. You're not smart. You're white. So when I point it out, if you don't pick up on it,
one second, please. I already know this is going to escalate in something that we don't want here. I said before the show, please let's take the motherfucking racial situation going on. We're already talking about race. No need to be insulting each other in the levels of race, and as long as you don't want to lose the show. If I want to lose the show, keep doing the white boys and all that shit so we can wrap it up in 15 minutes. Okay, y'all having a decent and civil conversation. It seems like both of y'all are informed about the case. Let's keep it that way. Go ahead, Tess.
Right, but again, he's informed about the case, but what he's not going to acknowledge is that the defense is inadequate representation is what I'm talking about. If you don't call those prosecution witnesses back up and challenge them on their inconsistencies, you're not helping Karmelo Anthony. And so while he may not think from a defense standpoint, I am. So as you have identified these multiple inconsistencies, you don't take out the time to bring those witnesses back up after you've brought out the inconsistency on cross-examination and use those moments to benefit Karmelo. That is an inadequate defense.
Yeah, this is just goalpost switching. So it can't be an inadequate defense if the defense is actually doing the things that you claimed you wanted the defense to do, which is point out the various inadequacies. The defense, that was part of their defense. This is inadequate due to the fact that there's inconsistencies in this testimony. There's also inconsistencies in this testimony. That was presented by the defense. The jury had access to that information. They just didn't buy it. So when you say when you say it was an inadequate defense, or you're just saying you think the defense attorney did a bad job, fine, I guess you can think that, but you haven't actually demonstrated it because they are pointing out these various inconsistencies. You just want them to like call the witnesses back up, but you don't know if that would have actually served Karmelo better or not. You have no idea.
Well, we do know it would serve him better because it would actually highlight the inconsistencies that you're downplaying now. Even right now in this moment, as I've given you two different things that were testified in the trial that would benefit Karmelo. The only thing I'm saying the defense would need to do is challenge that directly as opposed to just simply saying this in a cross-examination. I don't know how you don't understand that other than the fact that you might be biased for the other side. But on the side of the defense, I'm not done. On the side of the defense, you want them to challenge this information directly that these prosecution witnesses are saying, especially since they can't stand on it.
That's exactly what they did during cross-examination. That's what the challenges are. During cross-examination, they pointed these various things out. That is the challenge. What else could they have done? What are they supposed to do? You say drag them back up. It's like, for what? They already got the information there to the jury. They already got them under cross-examination, pointing the inconsistencies out. That information was already out there. In both the examples you gave, I demonstrated in both cases, the jury was informed about those inadequacies. And in both cases, they just simply didn't believe that that was inadequate. That's it.
Right. So inadequate defense would have automatically known to call them up on their inconsistencies and now directly question them on their inconsistencies, because the only thing that happened under Cross was the inconsistency came out. He did not further elaborate on the inconsistency under cross-examination. So now that you get a chance to question, you use those inconsistencies to create the questions about said inconsistencies.
Well, prove it. Prove that he actually didn't, during cross-examination, when this came out, rigorously question him about the inconsistency. Go ahead and show me the evidence for that, because I don't believe you.
You don't believe me about, say it again? Ask the question again?
Show me the evidence that when this came out during cross-examination from the defense, they didn't rigorously ask questions about that inconsistency, which is what you're demanding right now.
Right. So we can determine that by the fact that they didn't call any of those witnesses.
They did. They cross-examined them. Under cross-examination, they did the rigorous check. They already did it.
They did not recall them as witnesses to challenge the narrative that they testified to. They absolutely do.
Why? It already came out and they were rigorously questioned.
Because
why are they calling back?
Right, they're calling them back to challenge their testimony. It was challenged under cross and determined that it was inconsistent. So now if you're trying to help Karmelo get off, you want to further expound on those inconsistencies. What is it that you're not understanding about further expounding?
Because they already did that. They already pointed out, hang on, they already pointed out the inconsistency during cross-examination, rigorously questioned them about the inconsistency. Calling them back up may have actually damaged that testimony in many ways. Perhaps then in the second cross, there's other reasons for it that they don't want to deal with. There could be any number of reasons why they didn't recall them. But for you to say it's an inadequate defense because you didn't call the witnesses, first you said they didn't even question them about this. They did. The second thing you said is they didn't.
Don't lie on me.
The second thing you said was that when it was the case that they didn't really ask many questions about it. That wasn't true either. It was just done under cross-exam. Your entire case here for inadequate defense is they should have recalled witnesses for the same information they had.
So I would implore anyone to rewind this back to the beginning of what I said.
Just 1 second, Tess.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
No, you have time. Make kind of like a semi-final statement on this back and forth, and then we bring the ladies up so they can have a chance. Okay.
Can I just get the answer to my question though on the Glock versus knife, just real quick?
What is it? What's the question, bro?
If he had pulled out the Glock and shot him with a Glock, a concealed Glock, instead of stabbing him in the chest, would your opinion about this be different?
No. No. And the reason it wouldn't be different, because ain't no white boy got no business walking up in front of no young black man standing over him, telling him he has to leave, and then pushing him on his shoulder, demanding that he leaves. So whatever happens to him, he was asking for it, and whoever got to go clean up his blood, so be it. Keep your hands off people. Leave people alone. You're not a bully. You're not tough, and you can't make nobody do shit. Go get a teacher, tough guy.
Andrew,
well, I don't know. Now he's in prison, right? So I mean, how'd that work out for him?
Right, and Austin's dead.
Friends.
Yeah, and the other guy's in prison where he's not going to have a pleasant time for the rest of his life.
1 second, friend. Andrew, I actually have a question for you, Andrew. If it was a gun and it was one shot, like, would your opinion change about it?
Mine?
Yes. If it was a gun and it was one shot,
I would consider both of them to be murder with intent.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Andrew. And Andrew, we didn't know that you were going to be here like 1 hour before the show, so I don't want you to think that this is an ambush, right?
Well, hang on. How come though? I told you guys earlier in the week I'd be here.
No, it's because we did the thumbnail and all that, and I'm just saying this because it's going to sound like it's an ambush, right? But I'm like we all YouTubers here. I'm kind of a student of the game, and I actually
fucking ambush me. Let's do it.
Yes. So I'm going to play these so you can understand exactly what I'm talking about, right? I think you remember these.
I ain't part of no ambush.
Yeah, he works. He's. God damn it!
You're still whining. Stop whining.
That is
just
a product. I'll smack your fat ass.
So you're gonna attack.
You're gonna attack me.
All right.
Nobody's.
Do you usually?
And I cut it here because you say, so do you usually threat people on a stand your ground stage, something like that? And your crowd was raving. They were like, wow! Yeah. And everybody was like, if Wes Watson with the hairs on the arms, whatever the dude I'll call him, smacked Andrew, everybody on the white and black community would say, hey man, you got what you got. You went ahead and you put your hands on a person that wasn't doing nothing to you. So if Andrew has a gun and he shoots you, or a knife or a bat or whatever, you are going to. I'm not. Andrew doesn't spend one day in jail. You touched him, you go to heaven, and Andrew goes and does his Crucible podcast. What changed between that and a situation where that dude put his hands on him and warned him? He says, "If you touch me again, see what happens." You kind of warn him. If you touch me again, or you threaten people on stand your ground states. Like, what changed between then and this situation? Can you explain that, please?
Gee, what could be the difference between a multiple hardened tattooed felon threatening to attack a man on a stage who's armed in the state of Florida and two kids at a game where one of them shoves the other one in the shoulder during an altercation where you're not even allowed to have a gun? What could possibly be the difference there? What could be the distinction?
So
let's start with this. The distinction is that what I said to him was, do you usually threaten armed men in Florida?
Sure.
That's a de-escalation tactic, not an escalation tactic. That's saying, hey, listen, no, it's the opposite of a threat. It's de-escalation. He made the threat. All I did was say, hey, look, I'll respond in kind if I'm attacked. It's not a good idea to attack me. That's a de-escalation tactic. Sure. That's the first thing. The second thing is that clearly the distinction in size is fucking enormous. Okay.
No, he's not
looking. Yes, it is. And when you're looking at the distinction, yes, it is. I was there, dude. You weren't there.
No, you kind of made.
If you're looking at the distinction, you'll note that is the case. And then the third thing is there was never any threat from me at all. Just that if you attack me, not you shove me on the shoulder or something that. If you attack me, that's it. And yes, if I'm attacked, of course.
So Andrew, this is the problem with your statement, right?
Yeah.
And I think I kind of got you.
Yeah.
The difference between you and Wes Watson is the same size difference between Metcalf and Karmelo. It's literally the same. One dude is a small dude, the other one is the big dude. It's just,
not even though, not because y'all are not that disparate.
No, we're fantastic. Fantastic. Wait, 1 second. 1 second, friends. I'm 6'2".
Bigger than me.
1 second, friends. I'm 6'2", fantastic.
I'm saying the West guy. The West guy's a little motherfucker. He's little.
Oh. So he's little. He's even little.
He's fucking little.
Oh damn! What?
West is little.
I didn't know about that. I thought he was the mountain from Game of Thrones.
He's fucking little, bro. A little roid head motherfucker, bro. He might be 5'8", 5'9". That motherfucker ain't no big dude.
So this the same way you said do X. That's what he said too. He said, "Hey, you're going to do that again then."
Let me ask you this, Fatty.
He's implied, right?
Could I have done that in California?
No, but he wasn't in California.
How come I couldn't do it in California?
Because the laws don't allow it. What about in Texas? Now, what about in Texas?
Hang on. Chill out. No. I don't even think in Texas that would be the case, that you could do that in Texas. I could pull a gun out at a school when I'm underage and shoot a person in the chest.
Wait. We talking about you, not the school, brother. You talking about the school?
Okay.
Fantastic.
You gotta let me answer.
Well, hey, friends, 1 second. We're going to let him. Friends, don't fall for the calm down. He's an aggravating tactic. God damn it. Let him finish his statement, and we correct him in the end. Go ahead and explain to you, Andrew, why you bring in California when this was in Texas, and we know Texas and Florida have very specific laws that actually protect people from actually getting jumped. Go ahead, Andrew.
Florida has a different set of stand your ground laws than Texas does. That's one. The reason I bring in the state of California is because it has distinct laws about self-defense too. Wouldn't have been able to use the same laws to protect myself in California, having a concealed carry, that I would have been able to in Florida. And Florida does have better stand your ground laws than Texas does, though Texas does have pretty good laws when it comes to this. So, but ultimately, I think in Texas, I still may have ended up in a problem unless the guy attacked me. And I think in Florida, I would have too. In other words, if I had walked over to him and shoved him, right, or something like this, or escalated the situation by going out and saying, "You're all a bunch of fucking pussies. Come on, bring it on, motherfucker, bring it on." And then he shoved me. I think I'd be in a world of hurt right now.
Sure. So instead of actually asking you, I will ask all your supporters, and you know him very well. You have a very loyal fan base and all that. If that man, Wes Watson, matter of fact, I will tell you this side in Wakanda, right? no, everybody will be defending you. Hey man, sir, get Andrew out of jail. He didn't do nothing. Go ahead, go. He did. We become the didn't do tribe. He didn't do nothing. Get him out of jail. He defended himself, right? Would your fan base, the people that support you, Rachel Wilson, Rattlesnake, all these people that have very strong sentiments about the situation, say Andrew needs to go to jail because he responded in a disproportional way by shooting a guy that puts his hands on him? Or would they say, hey, man, stand your ground?
Well, I'm sure my close friends and family would definitely support me, even if I was the agitator. Absolutely. But I don't think that my normative fan base or, general people that I interact with would be very supportive at all. In fact, the reason I won that engagement overwhelmingly is because I was cool, calm, and collected and refused to escalate it.
So if you did, you think they would?
I refused to escalate the engagement. Instead, I de-escalated the engagement. It's literally the opposite of what happened here. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't even know how you draw the parallel.
No, the parallel is a hypothetical, like you usually do. You bring hypotheticals to see if people are logically consistent.
Usually are analogous that I bring up.
Yeah, but this situation is very close to what happened to you. This is what I'm saying. If this situation escalated because Wes decided to put his hands on you, he was the one that was pussy and threatened you but didn't do nothing, I guarantee you most people would literally say, hey, respectfully, this last to protect Andrew. He warned him first. He gave him a warning shot. Look at where we at. Don't do that to me. And if he did something, everybody will rile up and actually stand beside you because you actually have the right to defend yourself.
Do you think even the reaction of my audience would be much different if I jumped up on the stage and I said, this fucking pussy's not going to do anything, and neither are all you fucking pussies? And then he came over and he shoved me and I pulled out a gun and shot him in the chest. You think that everybody would just be super supportive of me, huh?
I
super supportive of me.
I know that they will be super supportive because I've been watching you for years, and every time there was a situation, let's go. What do they think about Trayvon Martin? What do they think about Rittenhouse? What do they think about all these people? What do they think about Mr. Chong?
You're just vibing it out, bro.
No, what I'm saying is, once again, there's a pattern of behavior that we observe from years ago, where when a white man decides to go ahead and chase somebody because of some Skittles, chase somebody because of a bottle of water, chase somebody because he was protecting something city from looters, and all of a sudden he's being chased by the crowd, all of y'all say they deserve to die. They deserve to die. They shouldn't escalate the situation. This shouldn't happen. So what changes now? Now that we introduced the Andrew Wilson on this situation, what changes now?
Escalation, bro. Like we just determined 15 times. I don't know what is hard here. What are you not getting here? What are you confused about?
So
I did everything in my power not to escalate the situation. He did everything in his power to escalate the situation. Do you see the distinction now or no? Do you see the distinction?
No, fantastic. You got it. I just want to point out, Andrew, that you like to use hypotheticals to see if people are logically consistent, and now you are refusing to engage to the said hypothetical by saying because I didn't. It's because you doing the but I didn't do it. That's what the hypothetical is.
You specifically asked me. Okay, what if I did? So what's the question?
So you would go. So Andrew, you like if you did that, you think you should go to jail? That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, if I escalate a situation instead of de-escalate a situation when I'm armed, right, and try to
it's the same situation. The West,
try to purposely create conflict while I'm armed. That's completely irresponsible, and I think at the very least I'd get a manslaughter charge, but I think I'd get a murder charge.
Oh yeah, but that's the thing. Should you die? Should you get convicted? Like you said that there was two. Like you think that he should have the death penalty. Should Andrew Wilson have the death penalty because Mr. Wes Watson escalated the situation and actually pushed you or shoved you or did anything to you in Florida?
If it's the case that I'm creating provocation so that I can kill somebody, that sounds premeditated to me.
Who created provocation? Metcalf
that would have been me in the situation.
No, it was that. No, it was him.
I'm trying to make this as analogous as possible to engage directly with the hypothetical.
Sure.
Okay. If it's the case, and this seemed to be critical to both the prosecution and the defense, that this guy was saying things like, you're all a bunch of fucking pussies, you're all sissies, you're all wusses, shit like this. He was escalating the situation as much as he possibly could. in order to force a confrontation. That's when he stabs the guy in the chest. I think that if I had done the exact same thing or the exact same parameters with Wes Watson, that, yeah, I would have been arrested, justifiably so, and probably would have gone to jail for murder.
Yes. So for me to land, I think you are like the escalator was clearly Wes Watson on that situation. Nobody would say that you were the escalator for you teasing him and talking about, like, because you were teasing him. You were kind of provoking him here and there. You were throwing some pot shots.
Hang on. There's no choice for me to walk away there. That was a panel situation.
Oh, there was a choice.
Hang on. Calm down. Just let me say my piece. In that situation, we were supposed to be there having an argument.
Sure.
That was the point of us being there. These guys weren't at a football game for the purpose of having an argument. I was literally there to have an argument. That's what my occupational standard there was. Andrew's going to go up on the stage and have an argument with you. That was what my job is, my occupation.
But where I don't see no chain in your leg. Like, are you chained on the chair? Like, it look like it's a tall chair, but I think you can jump off it and leave, just like Anthony could do it. You chose to stay, even though you were being threatened, and he chose to stay, even though he was threatened. He is clearly the antagonistic. He is clearly the hey, Andrew. After that, because I went and watched the show. After that, like 3 or 4 minutes later, he literally asked the crowd, "Hey man, should I smack him? Should I smack him, guys? Should I?" And everybody was like, "Hey, chill." He started the situation.
I agree.
And when he was warned, he kept going. The same way Metcalf started the situation. He didn't react violently, and he says, "Don't touch me again," and you do what? And then he touched him again. So
so here's where it becomes disanalogous. Where am I escalating and provoking the situation rather than de-escalating and not provoke? Exactly. So
one second, please.
If he's playing the role,
Andrew. Please, Andrew.
At some point, you gotta let me respond to this.
No, I know, Andrew, but you asked a question, right?
Yeah, but I
got you. It's perfect. It's like 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds. He escalated the situation, but you were throwing pot shots from that moment until the end of the show. I literally have the transcript where you keep throwing pot shots and talking about that dude and provocate him over and over and over again. What
Those
is the
are
difference?
all forms of what I was doing was forms of de-escalation. All of it was de-escalation. The idea also there was I was literally in my occupation brought up to make arguments. That's my I wasn't at a football fucking game where I could just walk away from the person. Okay, I was up on a stage. There was 2 sides in which you could get off the stage. Both of them had people in front of them, including Wes Watson's goons on both sides. So I don't know. First of all, you don't even know the facts there. The second problem that you have is even if I were to be the most charitable to this view I possibly could be, let's look at it objectively.
Sure.
If it was the case that I jumped up, because in this scenario, you're utilizing Metcalf is Watson and I am Karmelo. This is where where you're trying to make the analogous feature. And it's like, that's fair enough. But the distinction is that I did no provocations. I didn't stand up on the fucking stage. I didn't call the audience a bunch of pussies. I didn't say, if you don't do anything, you're a little bitch. I didn't do any of that shit. None of it. I did not escalate the situation. I de-escalated it. Well, I have transcripts here that say opposite, at least according according to eyewitness testimony. And by the way, with me, there's no chance that you could mess up eyewitness testimony. It went out to millions of people.
Sure, but what you said is, I didn't have a choice. Yes, you did. I was surrounded by goons. So was he. He was on the opposing tent that has none of his friends, that is all the other people engaging into a person that is bigger than him. First, you use look at the size difference. It's the same size difference, or even worse when it comes to them. I was surrounded by.
Demonstrated that.
If you were on a hostile environment, so was he. He was not on his tent. He was not with his school. He was.
And who's making the claim to the opposition? Even if it was the case that he felt that he was in a hostile environment, that doesn't mean that he was. I didn't feel that I was in a hostile environment. I felt like he was a hostile person in that environment. And perhaps some of his goons were too. The second point to the claim here, though, is that everything that I did was de-escalation. Had I gone over to Wes Watson and provoked him and done this and that, and by the way, had a gun where I shouldn't have and things like this, I'm sure the outcome would have been very different. This kid was not allowed to have a knife at the school. He was not allowed to
Understood.
pull it out. He was not allowed to stab him. They weren't allowed
Okay.
to fight. They weren't
So
allowed
now,
to do any of this shit.
fantastic. I promise. This is the last thing. So I went back and looked at the transcript. You said that dude was a jailbird. You said that he was raped in prison. Sorry, YouTube. You said after this dude literally tried to attack you and says, should I slap him? You literally, you talk about his bald head. You said he was a jailbird. You said that he was raped in prison. You said that his veins are popping out of his head because he doesn't have no hair. You escalated the situation.
Here, I'll prove it to you. I will prove it to you. If you watch the video and you watch the back and forth, it was actually only when I started to talk smack back that he calmed down. That was it. That was when he actually calmed down, is when I said some shit back to the guy. But I never made a provocation towards him. I didn't get in his face. He didn't come and get in my face. If he had, maybe the situation would have become very different, but I still would have moved towards de-escalation.
Sure.
And I was fully allowed under my rights in the state of Florida to have a firearm in that open arena. I would not have been at a school, especially not a public event. And a public event like that is not a place where you're going to take a weapon unless it's the case that you think there's going to be some type of trouble. Generally speaking, that's what the association is going to be. So he was violating the law under multiple terms. The situations were not analogous at all, not to mention the fact that he was there for a sporting event. I was brought up on stage to make arguments aggressively, which is what people often invite me on their panels and on their shows to do, like you did for this one.
Sure. So, hey, fantastic. Who got on who face?
What?
Huh?
Who got on
Austin Metcalf got in Carmelo's face. That's what I was going to ask you about, because you said
hey, fantastic. It's just so. Anthony was you. Anthony was you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He would. Be
Anthony
Carmelo
was
Anthony.
you. He
Anthony
was
would be
you.
Carmelo Anthony. So
Yes.
that's what I was going to ask. So that's what I was going to ask too. So even though
Did I jump up and call everybody a bunch of pussies? Say everybody here is a bunch
No.
of
We're
pussies?
not going to do that. We're not going to do
No.
1 second. Let's not use the semantic shit. He only jumped up because a 6'2", 200 and something pounds got in his face. First rule of a man: if somebody gets on your face and is confrontational, you have to jump up and stand up. You're not going to be seated there waiting for somebody to clock you. What is jumping up? No, hey, please, 1 second, friends. What is jumping up, Andrew? Why are you mentioning that? What is jumping up?
Do you remember how I didn't jump up?
No, you remained seated.
Mm-hmm.
Because he didn't.
Because
he didn't come to your fight.
Because I was de-escalating.
Patty, let me have it. So again, Andrew, this is what I'm saying too, right? So let's say this plays out the way that it played out, to where Wes, who isn't that bigger than you unless you're like a midget. Wes, I just looked it up. I already knew he was a little fella from just looking at him and understanding.
Okay, how
he might
big is
be a
he?
little wide. He's 5'8", bro.
No,
5'8". How tall are you?
That's not true.
That is true. He's
not
5'8".
true.
I literally just Googled it.
Hold
I've
on.
seen him prepare- Hold on, wait.
That's actually just not. I just don't believe.
I'm
Ali, 1 second, Ali. Wes Watson is.
I'm giving it back to Fantastic. Hey,
No, Ali. Wes Watson is officially 5'8". Both
Yeah,
of
I've seen
130 pounds.
Men that I knew were like 6 feet tall, and I see he's a small guy. He's small, wide, and loud.
What is your source? What is your source for this official document?
I just Googled it. The dude has been interviewed, I don't know how many times, in documentaries and prison stuff and so on and so forth, bro. I'm pretty sure we were to pull up his
Okay,
mugshot,
then tell me the source for the Google.
Okay, well, I don't know, bro. Just Google.
You don't know,
Wes
so I'm just
Watson
supposed to take your
mugshot.
fucking word for it, huh?
Again, listen, Andrew, let's not do this, brother.
Let's do this. I want to know I want to know the specifics.
I'm going to ask you this. Andrew.
After you answer my question, you can ask one. What is your source?
I've already answered it.
What
I'm
is
going to
your
ask, how tall are you? How tall are you?
What is your source?
How tall? Google.
I'm 6 foot. What is your source?
Okay, so that's even worse. If you're 6 foot, that means you're bigger than him.
No, that would mean I'm taller than him, not bigger than him.
Taller, bigger, whatever. That means your size would be more comparable.
The second
a 5'8" man versus a 6 foot man is comparable, bro.
Prove he's 5'8".
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Don't worry, Fantastic.
You're
I'm
all
working
going
on
to work on it together to try to prove this thing?
No, he's not together.
He got to. He got to prove it too, though. So what's your sources,
so prove it.
Andrew? No, you too, Andrew. Since he got to prove it, you got to prove it too, though. You got to bring your sources.
It's not my fucking claim. Why would I have to prove it?
No, you claim
you
that
can't
he
say
was,
someone. No, you say he's not.
No, you claim that he wasn't short. He wasn't 5'8".
Yes.
He wasn't this.
5'8",
prove it. Yes, I'll prove it that he's
seen
bigger.
him in person, and he was not that much shorter than I am.
Okay.
So he is shorter than you.
He was
I
scared.
think so. I think he comes up to about here.
All right, and if you're 6 feet tall, that's a 4-inch difference, bro. Your head,
no, that's
just,
like 5'10", 5'11", 5'10", 5'11".
No, it's not.
I don't know if you can do math, but that's like 2 inches.
All right, hold on.
2 inches, bro.
So Andrew, do us a favor.
Yeah.
You're stopping at your hairline. Stop at the top of your skull. Your hairline and your skull are not the same thing.
1 second, friends.
Yeah.
So I went and Googled little quick, and there's like a video literally talking about Wes Watson and another dude. And the dude clearly, like, the first thing he said in the video is, "Oh, 6 foot, I can look over you." So we clearly below 6 foot. He might be 6 foot.
Nobody made the claim he wasn't below 6 foot. In fact, that's my claim.
No,
he's not 6 foot.
No, that's what you do. For example, when Donald Trump says I'm 6'3", you compared him with other people that say they are 6'3",
This is
6'4",
not
6'1".
proof. This is not.
It's not proof.
Okay,
you got it.
Let's meet in the middle, so we don't get lost in the.
Yeah, go ahead, Fantastic.
Right? Let's meet in the middle. Okay. Most people wouldn't see this man being way much bigger than you for you to be able to be that intimidated by a man that you're taller than by, let's say, what do you want to say, 3 inches, 2 inches? If you want to say that,
probably 2 inches. Yeah.
2 inches. All right. So no one sees Wes Walker or whatever his fucking name is, and you being this huge disparity in size of where you're at a disadvantage.
You are out of your fucking mind if you think people didn't watch that video and see the distinction in size, muscle mass, everything else, and think that guy wasn't way fucking bigger than me.
Well, again, man, maybe we got different eyes because I'm a real big person in real life, so he's small to me.
Be kidding me? You
what does that have to do with anything? You're not making a comparison of him and you.
Well, no, I'm making a comparison of what most men.
So
I'm telling you, and I'm just giving you my perspective. I don't think most men looked at that thing, and I remember. Now I didn't see it when you guys did it live, but shortly after you guys did it, I was like, okay, this dude is like, he's a roid head, but he's not really big. He's not big for real. He's not like Larry Wheels, and he's big for his size.
I'm guessing in comparison to you, I'm also probably not very big.
Yeah, very
but
small.
We're not making a comparison of me to you. We're making a comparison of me to Wes Watson.
I'm saying looking at you.
There's no human being on planet Earth who's going to look at the disparity, size difference between me and Wes Watson and think in any fucking world that guy is not way fucking bigger than I am.
So how the fuck you doing that with Austin and fucking Carmelo then? How are you able to do that?
When did I ever claim that he wasn't bigger? What
either way it goes, though. So let's move forward. So either way it goes, I got you. So either way it goes, it still supports the roles that we've said. You accepted yourself to be Karmelo, right? You're making him out to be Austin Metcalf. You claimed and you said, and I was actually trying to give you bail or give you an out in this, but being that you want to just staunchly stick to it and say that he's so much bigger than you, this literally lines up the same way. So to where you have this.
That's not in dispute. That's not the point that are in dispute.
I'm just walking it down so everybody understands that we both agree now, right? And it's not about a dispute. So that people that are watching, how many tens of thousands of people you got watching, and the whole audience understands we're on the same page, right? And we're moving on from there.
That's not what the argument is about.
I'm not saying this argument. I said we're just level setting that everybody.
And what is the relevancy of it if it's not part of the argument?
Okay, well, again, I don't know how many times I gotta say it, so I won't say it again. Again, it's for the audience purposes, not me and you. Either way, right?
The audience needs to know shit that's not relevant to the argument. Why?
Well, no, they need to understand that we have the proper understanding of the scenario and the argument. Is all I'm saying. Okay.
Nobody's
so the argument is, and you have accepted,
well,
brother. You don't have to filibuster, man. You don't like being cut off, but you keep cutting people off, and I'm not.
Right,
You're doing the same shit. Come on.
I'm not.
No, it's fine. Go ahead, Fantastic. I interrupted. You got it.
Yeah. So as I was saying, so this literally lines up the same way, and this is the way why Fatty pulled it up, because you did the same thing that people are mad at Karmelo for doing in essence, right? No. So regardless of what I say, I can talk shit all day, right? I can call you all kinds of pussies. I can call you all kinds of whatever. Mm-hmm. I can call you whatever the fuck I want to call you. If you walk over to me, you have now made it physical, which you don't get to fucking touch me over words, correct?
Yeah, that's usually a crime, correct?
All right, great. So now we agree. So no matter how many pussies and how many whatever the fuck you trash you ass, Austin decided, and this is his error in the whole situation, to walk over and make physical contact with somebody. So now you being, let's say this plays through, would you have shot? Would you think you have shot Wes Walker hypothetically had he walked up to you on that stage after you had warned him? Now, hey, I got a gun. I'm in the state of Florida.
Did Carmelo Anthony warn him that he had a knife?
Well, yes, he did. And that's what, hold on.
Where?
And that's what I'm saying. So That's what people are arguing. That's your premeditation argument, correct?
Where did he warn him he had a knife?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He didn't warn him exactly that he had a knife.
Okay.
He warned. Hold on. Well, let me finish, bro. He warned him that he had something in his bag. And to your point, since we're going to this transcript, Austin, it was said that Austin said, you don't got nothing in that bag. And then I think that's where the whole find out thing happened, correct?
No,
Correct.
I don't think that that's the correct course of events.
Is it so?
On the
Correct me.
timeline.
So I'm not being facetious. So correct us into how that played out. Then correct us and show us what it is, because I'm familiar with the transcripts. I was using CBS transcripts, and one of the testimonies said that's what was said between the two parties.
What specifically?
That you don't have anything in that bag. And then it was the ambiguous part of this whole thing was either touch me and find out, or try me and find out, or the whole find out aspect of the situation.
So he didn't warn him that he had a knife.
No, well, he didn't. No, he didn't tell him that he had a knife. He warned him that he had something in that bag.
Yeah,
and as to what was in that bag was a mystery.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so he didn't warn him he had a knife. Why? Because he wasn't supposed to have a knife, right?
Understood.
Yeah. So
not disagreeing.
The distinction here
not
is
being challenged.
I was supposed to have a gun, and I fully within my legal rights to express to a person that if you attack a person who's harmed, that you're going to get that bad things are going to happen to you. Yes, of course.
I didn't want to cut you off. My bad. Were you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, cool. So this is where people get the argument, right? So now we have legally, and this was also testimony given by the police officer, Karmelo was able to have the knife. He was not supposed to because of school policy, but legally he could possess the knife.
Yeah, but he couldn't legally possess if he was on school grounds, right?
No. If that was the case, it would have been illegal. When they asked the police officer, school policy does not override.
Okay,
legality.
actually, that makes sense to me. Okay.
So, and again, I'm still, and listen, I'm just arguing the case in point we have here, right? Yeah. So my question to Andrew is, okay, Andrew says whatever, has a back and forth to Fatty's point, and you saying, hey, it was just innocent banter back and forth. Well, I don't say innocent, just, friendly back and forth banter, jokes, so on and so forth. Wes walks over to fucking Andrew and grabs him up, yokes him up on fucking stage after Andrew told him, hey, man, I'm strapped.
Yeah.
Andrew motherfucking shoots him right in the chest. Andrew dies. Is Andrew wrong?
You mean Wes dies?
I'm sorry, yeah, Wes. Yeah. And, no, you're Andrew. Andrew and Karmelo are one's the same. So Andrew shoots Wes right in the chest because Wes walked up to him.
And Wes would be the one who dies, not Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew wouldn't die.
But that's what you said. That's why I was saying you mean Wes dies.
Wes, oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I'm sorry. Wes dies. You're correct. And I don't think all white people look the same. You got, you know what I'm saying? You got hair, you got hair, he don't got hair. I'm not, not whatever. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. So Wes,
maybe we do all look the same. I don't know.
Wes walks over to Andrew, yokes Andrew up on live fucking television after he said, hey man, listen, I got this. And what does Andrew do from that point? If Andrew shoots Wes in the chest and kills him, is Andrew justified?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, when you say he's yoked up, though, what does that mean? That he came over and he shoved me in the shoulder and I pulled out my gun and shot him, or does that mean he actually attacks me?
Well, yeah, that's another thing, Andrew. That's another thing that's I won't say a discrepancy or ambiguous, because some people said it was a push. Some people say it was a lineman push as to where he grabbed him and pushed him at the same time. So that's what I'm saying. Either way I go, let's just go with a seriously aggressive push, right? Let's say he seriously aggressively pushes you on the shoulder.
Yeah, I think if I had shot him just because he shoved me on the shoulder, I don't think that I would have gotten away with that. I think that would not have been justified under the law.
And we would agree there. And like I said, that's more so where we would agree to where even and that's what people don't understand about stand your ground defenses, right? I don't think anybody's going to think that your life was threatened and you instantly shoot somebody from a push.
Correct.
Right. So
I agree.
That's why I'm trying to walk this down and get to the point of whatever. Had he wailed on you?
Yeah, I don't. Yes, if he had wailed on me,
yes,
and started doing something like that, and I shot him, then it would have been fine.
Yeah, but even in that's why I wanted to walk this down the way we were doing it, because I live in Florida, and I don't know if people remember a case that happened.
Well, that has much better. But by the way, Florida, I think, has better stand your ground laws than Texas.
Oh yeah, way better than Texas. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a whole different thing. Like Texas, for instance, only recently got the constitutional carry. And it still has all sorts of caveats when it comes to stand your ground. Whereas in Florida is like, I mean, you could maybe in Florida, if you did just touch somebody, it could be.
No, but
maybe you could argue it, but I don't think that that's the case there.
No, I was trying to. So that's the story I was trying to say, and I was trying to get rid of this. And I'm gonna land. I'm gonna move on. Somebody to come up. People think stand your ground is a very, very strong defense when it's really, really not. More people lose stand your ground cases than win them, and it's not. It's cut as dry. It's not people think stand your ground is a permission to kill a motherfucker if they touch you or they do something.
Just using your firearm usually is a losing proposition.
Yeah,
almost always. It's almost always a better idea to avoid all circumstances in which you will have to de-escalate them as quickly as possible. So I don't think that these situations are analogous. I'm not here to argue about whether or not self-defense isn't appropriate or that people shouldn't be able to defend themselves. I'm a big believer that people should be able to defend themselves. Big believer that people should be able to carry guns, right? It's not the knife itself, even I wouldn't even say is an issue. If you say legally they're allowed to carry it because it's a 2-inch folding knife or something like this, fine, that's fair enough too. But that really doesn't have any merits to do with the case of escalation followed by stabbing in the chest region. And I think that
when does escalation start?
Hang on. I think the distinct. Hang on, dude. I'm almost done, and then you can go. I'm almost done. I'm right.
I got you, Tez. Don't worry about it. I got you. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah. So I mean, ultimately, when we walked it through, it sounds like you and I agree more than we disagree. Ultimately.
Let me just show this before we go. And the ladies, I'll have a different question for y'all because we need to move to the second part of this. Okay, just to make sure it was booked and he's 5'8". Okay. Wes Watson was booked. Somebody said the police, so we went and find out. Thank you very much to the Untouchable Empire. I appreciate y'all the homework. And he's 5'8", so we were kind of on the right track with that. Let me bring the ladies up, and Taz, you go next. This is my question for you, ladies. Okay, second part of the show. And friends, we're going to read the super chats on the third hour of the show. Okay, so we don't lose momentum. The second question is, and Ali, you go after them, okay, if it's possible. Let's go with this one. So, was the verdict racially motivated? Okay, your opinion. I need you, SH, Smell the Roses, Ali, King Riches, and Taz to actually answer this, and then Andrew piggybacks off what y'all say. Okay. Do you guys think that the verdict was racially motivated? Let's start with Sage. We'll go to Smell the Roses and then bring the fellas up.
Yeah, so my research is still fairly new, but I do see that the whole jury was white. There was no black.
Let me correct you. It was not all white. There was no black people there. There was some Asians and some Latinos.
Oh, sorry, there was
Muslims, Asians,
no black people in the jury. That's what I meant to say. Right, no black people in the jury. So, yeah, I believe that could play a part in the racial aspect of the case. Yeah, that's my answer.
Smell the Roses.
I actually agree with SH on this one. I think that we have enough data and technology these days to ensure that the jury actually represents the community that they're in. So, if it's whatever the demographic is stacked out there in whatever county that they're in, that should have been what the jury represented. So when you don't have that kind of representation in the jury pool, then you open yourselves up for people to say that it is racially motivated.
Ali, please answer. Damn, Ali, you got the babies. Tess, do you think that this was racially motivated? The verdict. You're muted, Tess.
Well, like I was saying earlier, the defense is not adequate to my belief. And so I don't believe that the jury saw a case that would actually give him a better verdict. The defense that I saw was definitely a guilty verdict. It was not a manslaughter. It was not a not guilty. It was a guilty verdict. So no, I don't think the defense was adequate enough for us to even get to the conversation about the jury.
King Riches.
I think that it's actually ridiculous that there was no black representation on the jury. I think that it would have been more balanced and fair to have black jurors on that panel. So I think that it wasn't going to be a balanced and fair situation, especially with all the racial tensions that we see in society now. I think that it would have been a smarter move to have like more diversity on the jury panel, to be honest.
Go ahead.
Yeah, let me just say this, right? Because based on what I'm hearing, I do believe that, representation should be had, but I don't know, or if anybody can answer this question, if there was black representation based on how the evidence presented itself with this case, would it have changed anything?
Well, that's what I'm saying. No.
Is that a question to you?
Yeah, I'm saying it's to everyone, but I don't think it would have changed the verdict. I don't think it would have affected it.
It's speculative. I have no idea.
And SH, we have a lot of cases where a black jury or a white jury or the Jewish, like they like the I don't want to bring like old cases, but black people are biased too, right? The O.J. Simpson, kind of everybody think he's guilty, but it was a get back. Hey man.
Yeah, but
right,
Fatty. Even more importantly, again, I don't
Wait a
think
minute.
that. Just real quick.
The glove didn't fit. What are you talking about?
Oh, and then that old black lady snitched. Smell the roses. She snitched, man. She snitched. She said it was a get back verdict, man. She snitched. She told a lie, man. She told the truth. But no, so Fatty. Even more importantly, right? There was a more recent case here. One just a few weeks before this one in South Carolina with the child case. And the child case had 5 black jurors on it that found the man not guilty. And then to me, that was more clear cut a murder case where a kid gets shot in the back while running away. Right, firearm or not, I didn't believe the case of the son's account of him having the gun pointed at him, but clearly that one. And then you have 5 black jurors that somehow found the man, the Chinese man, not guilty for shooting the boy in the back.
Wait a minute, fantastic! 5 FBA black people, or
what? Come on!
What does that mean?
Are these white people from Ireland or are they from Kentucky?
Well,
where are these white people from? Come on,
someone tell me what FBA means.
That's relevant, fantastic.
What
Because
does that
you
mean?
you're not down with it.
I haven't.
So if we look this up and it comes to find out that everybody from an island.
It makes no sense because when white people are on their jury, you don't ask them if they are German, if they are Englishmen, if they no you don't. 1 second, no you don't. Nobody wants to know.
We don't have to. We don't have to because they already stick to a code.
Respectful.
Can you just tell me what that is?
It's foundational black Americans. She's asking if these people are Americans, descendants of slaves, or if
immigrants.
Yeah, or if they are immigrants, and that's
African or Caribbean or anything like that. But
yes, and that's ridiculous because Donald Trump is the descendant of Germans. Nobody cares. Who cares?
She's not being super serious, Fatty. She's just asking a question.
It's a joke because it's his talking point. Like, relax.
She wasn't being super duper serious. And just for people's context, I looked it up.
I apologize.
She was joking. But no. So
because I'm a foreigner, my bad.
That was a predominantly black city, also by the way. It was 47% black, and then everything else, everybody else. So it was a predominantly black county, a predominantly black area. The 5 black jurors, a combination of black men and women. I don't know the ratio, but it was
almost equal representation. In other words,
yeah, that somehow find a man guilty with those things. But to the point, that black defense lawyer did a damn good job for that Chinaman. So I mean, hey.
No, so I wanted to say earlier. So I saw a super chat that came in that said that in Texas it doesn't matter, because my question was, did we know that he woke up that morning thinking that he was gonna delete somebody?
No, it's clearly not like the premeditated. I have a manifesto and I'm going to do this to this person. Right. It was premeditated. On the only way that you can say it's premeditated is he warned him about it. He said, touch me and you're going to see what it is, which kind of, if he didn't say it, I think it would sway people towards his side, but because he warned him about it, people are saying that him saying that he will do something if he touch him again shows intent, shows that he was going to do it if something
Okay.
happened. So
Okay.
I think it changed a
So
little bit.
after
But
the statement, do it again and see what happens.
yes,
That's where the premeditation comes in. Because
that's
Andrew is saying that he was going to stab, he knew after that moment that he was going to stab him in the heart. I don't know if I agree with that part, but here in Georgia, the law is we do definitely have the death penalty. The crime was committed after he was 17, so he would have that would have been off of the table. But as far as like here this has happened in so many times, and you can't really explain the like racial aspects when you're in Georgia and you're playing a team from southern Georgia and you're in the metro city school, you're the metro city school. Like sometimes there's like a thickness in the air, you can't really explain it. I don't know if that has to do with like why he was so buffed up. I wish he would have made a better decision that day. I wish both of them would have made better decisions that day, but I don't think he should have gotten the death penalty. I think manslaughter. I agree with somebody that said that earlier. I think it was King Riches that might have said that. Like definitely some punishment on the table, but not 35 years and not first degree.
so. And Rosie, let me say this, right? Because once again, I want people to be consistent, independent of race. And by the way, shout out to Myron Games because he's streaming the show live. Myron Games said the same thing. Call me such and such racial epithet, and you'll see what happens. But if people are getting into his space and doing something to him, I believe that he has the right to defend himself. I'll be the first person to say, just because somebody, like a person comes to you, and this is again the story about consistency. If you can get offended by words when people call you a racial slur or something like that, that is going to bother you, and you say, I'm going to do something. What is the difference between we grown 30 years old and 40-year-old man doing that shit and a 17-year-old doing that shit? Be consistent.
Fatty, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Did you say Myron is streaming this?
Yes.
Okay, well, so Myron, if you're streaming this, you hear me. Stick around after the panel is done. I'll send a raid over to your channel. I think we got like 11 or 12,000 people watching live. So.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much for that. And Myron, send me an invite to Fresh and Fit. I'm broke. I don't have $10,000.
You're never going to get on Fresh and Fit, bro.
I'm
joking. I'm kidding.
Andrew, it's fine. No, it's fine. You were where I were, Andrew, 3 years ago. So I have a hope that my untouchable empire be as good as your crucible.
I'm just joking with you, brother.
Thank you very much. No, don't worry about it.
I put in a recommendation, like I've been on these panels before.
Yes, but Andrew, let me lose some weight first because I don't want to show up like bloated. You see what I'm saying?
Looking like me?
Yes. I don't want nobody to call me fat fuck. I
look like me?
Yes.
I've been losing a lot of weight for that exactly. But anyway.
I'm going to move it to this because this is kind of like the controversial part of the show. Okay. Jeff Metcalf, the dad of the kid that was deleted, he had some very harsh words after the verdict was done. Okay. I think I clip it a little good so we don't get like it's TOS friendly. It's a very short clip. And then I want to ask a question to all the panelists. And then we read the super chats and we expand the conversation to the rest of the folks.
Race card, black fatigue, it's real. I'm sorry. You're the only one in your family without a damn record. I guess that's something to brag about in your culture. I got a new name for Mello, okay? Because he was such this little boy y'all were trying to portray. How about watermelon felon? How's that one strike you, the boys? So if you want to talk about stolen land, yeah, that starts here. We were here before y'all were. They took all our land and put us on a reservation. They just brought you guys over on a boat. Works for you? Hey, man, that's your gig. Cool. Doesn't bother me until you bring it in my lane. You bring your shit in my lane, I'm going to run your fucking ass over. You understand that?
So, water melon, felon. The last formal question before we actually talk about what we want to talk, and I'll give you the open mic, is Jeffrey Metcalf a racist? Right? Because again, this has a bunch of racial components, and he said very harsh things about black people, black fatigue, watermelon, something, all that. My question, and I wanted to start with Andrew and then Taz go right afterwards. Do y'all believe that is a racist? Go ahead,
I mean,
Andrew, you have the floor.
Might be now after seeing the reaction to all of this stuff from a lot of the prominent online black community. It wouldn't actually surprise me if he was, but I wouldn't attribute the word specifically to racism. And let me give you my reasoning for why. The guy would be honestly extraordinarily distraught. And I usually don't hold people to the words that they say when they're emotionally distraught, especially after the loss of a child, when they feel like there's been injustices against them. Oftentimes they lash out. So I wouldn't attribute the word specifically to racism or even racialism, honestly.
Tez, do you think that his dad was racist?
Oh yeah, it's quite obvious he's racist, and I mean it's actually sad because that level of racism that he operates within is why his son is dead. Maybe if he didn't teach that level of racism and operate with that level of bigotry, he wouldn't be in the sad state he's in now. But because he taught that level of racism, hatred, bigotry to his children, now his son's dead and everyone is supposed to care.
Do you have any proof that he taught his sons bigotry and racism, or are you just making that up?
Well, usually that's what happens, right? Fathers
I don't want it
down.
usually. Do you have it?
I'm just telling you what usually happens.
Yeah, can you tell me? So you have no evidence for that? You just made it all up.
Yeah, fathers teach their sons.
Yeah, but
Do you have a son?
That's not any evidence
Do you have a
whatsoever.
son? Do you have a son?
That's irrelevant.
It's called empirical. You know
that's not empirical. That would be the opposite of empirical. What's the empirical data?
Not. We can sit here and talk right now as fathers. Would you like to?
Sure. What's the empirical data that he taught his son racism? Besides, you just made it up.
The history of racism. The history of racism in this country
has nothing to do with this. Nothing. Has nothing to do with whether or not he taught his child to be racist. What's your
It has
proof for
everything
that?
to do with the question you just asked.
What's the proof he taught his kid to be racist, dude? Do you have any or
The
not?
generations of white people teaching
nothing.
their dead children about racism.
Does
And
every white person do that?
now, every time this happens, you're going to pretend like these children are innocent, like they ain't starting shit with black kids. He's dead because he walked up and put his hand on a black child. Now we hear his dad, and there's no reason to assume he didn't get that shit from him. The levels of entitlement that he operates with, the way he talks as if someone owes him something, the way he talks as if it's not his son's fault, the way he's able to blame everyone else for what his son did. Yeah, I'm assuming that his son got that entitlement from him. It's an assumption.
Yeah, so you just made it up.
No, it's not. It's not made up. It's an assumption. I just told you why.
Yeah, you assume it.
And
You know what you did?
it's sad
You're
that you don't
assuming.
have an argument for that.
There's no reason ever for me to
So
offer
fathers
evidence.
don't instill anything into their
There's
children.
no reason.
Ain't
for me
you one
to
of them
ever-
red pill goofies?
There's no reason.
I don't know your content, but I'm
not.
I'm like, what the hell happened?
One second,
Calm down.
Tez.
I'm
Tez,
not-
if
I'm
you
not a
make
red
one
pillar.
second, Tez, if you make a statement, let him answer. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah,
finish your point.
no, I'm not a red pillar. I'm a Christian ethicist. That's one. The second thing is that if you offer up zero evidence for a claim and literally say it's just an assumption, there's actually no reason for me to engage with that with an argument, because that in and of itself is not an argument. It's a vibe. You're just vibing out. Yeah, he taught his son racism. How do I know that? Because I don't know, because I made the shit up. That's it. That's all you got. Do you have any actual evidence of it at all?
I'm not in their household, so I'm not going to pretend like there would be evidence of it. Like I told you, the evidence is the history of white people passing down racism to their children for generations, which is why it's still here. You as a white man, you're incapable of telling the truth about it. So now you want to make it seem like racism comes out of nowhere. No, it's passed down from generation to generation. And that's what he did with his sons.
Yeah, so is abolition. That's passed down from generation to generation. All those white folks who were at the spearhead of abolishing slavery, especially in the Western nations where they never had done it in the East. The transatlantic slave trade, for instance, is a great example of this. And I can point out to you that it couldn't be a monolith. Not every white person clearly would be passing down racism. It would have to be some collective or some small group of white people doing this. How do you provide me the evidence that this particular white person did that and that this isn't him just being distraught because his son is dead? And your answer to that is, I can't. I'm just going to look at the history, condemn all white people. All white people are clearly doing this.
No, we're not going to condemn all. We're not going to condemn all white people. We condemning him. And once you defend him, then you can receive the same condemnation because you're ignoring obvious racism and masking it with, well, he lost his son. Well, he lost his son because his son played tough guy. His son walked up on somebody else. His son may have been doing that because of the teachings that came from his father. So are you arguing that fathers don't teach their sons anything? What are you arguing?
That would be a complete non sequitur that I would be arguing.
Well, it would be sequitur because in Jeff's video that he just played, Jeff attacked black fathers. You do know that, right?
That has no bearing on whether
it absolutely does.
No,
if he can attack black fathers and say we're not, but make sure you're answering the question. The man attacked black fathers.
Answer
so
your
why can't we question? Right.
Because
so make sure
you don't have any evidence he taught his son racism and that this isn't a response to the fact that a young black guy killed his son. And so he's obviously distraught. That's completely rational and reasonable. And you have no evidence to the contrary. You're just making shit up, dude.
I'm not making anything. He said these things.
He
said these things.
Don't have proof he taught his son racism, do you? Yes or no?
No, there would be no proof. I'm not in their household. I'm not in their household. I'm not in their household.
So you're making it up.
No, I'm assuming. I'm assuming.
Making it up. You're just
it's going off based off the evidence. It's going based off the obvious evidence. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. A regular, normal person does not walk up to another person and push them and say, "Get away from here," for no reason. They don't do that.
But first of all, you were in high school just like I was, I'm sure. Kids fought with each other all the time over obnoxious.
We're not talking about fighting. We're talking about walking up, pushing somebody, telling them to leave. Bully tactics.
All the time.
Why was he trying to bully Carmelo?
It happened at lunch table.
I'm asking you a simple question. Why was he trying to bully Carmelo?
I'm trying to answer it.
So please do directly.
I don't think it was bullying. It's confrontation between two young males. Happens constantly, especially in high school.
One of the young males is sitting down. One of the young males is sitting down. The other is standing up and pushing him.
Yeah, it's a very common scene in high schools across the United
States. No, it's
States.
not common.
Yes,
That's called. If the white kid was sitting down, it would be called bullying. Are you aware of the studies and data and statistics that show that black children are treated often worse in these public schools because of situations like that?
No, I'm not, because most of the studies that you're going to cite are garbage, and I can point out how.
Right.
I'll tell you what. Here.
Right. So you'll dismiss all evidence. You'll dismiss. Hey, fam, don't change. Don't try to change what I'm saying. Don't change what I'm saying. I'm not finished with my statement. Stop running.
You're just making shit
Stop
up.
running. There are plenty studies to show it.
And show
again,
name one.
The data's. Hey, relax, because that's not what I'm asking you. What I'm asking you. I don't intend to name one.
Because you don't have one. You're just making
shit up. When I ask you if you're aware, you said you're aware, and you want to argue the validity of it. Cool, as long as you're aware. So since you're aware, I'm telling you that it would behoove you. It would be better for you to teach white children to keep their hands off black children, because I'm never going to tell a black child that it's okay to run from a white child bullying him. And you don't seem to have any issue with a white child walking up to a black child and pushing him. You don't seem to have an issue with that.
I don't understand how you get to the idea that Andrew Wilson thinks is perfectly appropriate for white children to go push black children to push white children, versus the idea that there's escalation which ends in a knife to the chest That is not how you would even deal with
Where
bullying.
did the escalation begin?
Stop, man. That's crazy. That's not even how you would deal with bullying.
Where did the escalation begin?
The second portion here that you have to look, regardless of who started it, the escalation, I can point to the evidence from the transcripts of where there was escalation from Carmelo Anthony. That's one. The second thing is,
where does the escalation begin?
You gotta let me walk through it, and then you can make your counter argument. The second part here, that we're looking at, I ask you, what is the evidence that this guy actually taught racism to his kid because he went on a rant, that cited watermelon felon, this type of shit? What is the evidence that his son getting murdered by a black person, him seeing the outrageous things on black Twitter and things like this about his son, that wouldn't drive him to make a video like this versus you saying, no, he's just institutionally racial, and he always was teaching his kid racism, which you, by your own admission, have no evidence for. Then you try to cite studies. You can't name a single one of them. It's like, at some point, I need a coherent argument from you, dude.
Right. I've given you multiple, and for some reason you do not want to deal with. So let me just ask you a direct question. When do you say the escalation starts?
Yeah, so at the beginning of this thing, I would say that the escalation begins the second that there's a confrontation. Now, you could say that Metcalf was escalating at that point. I'm not sure that I would call that escalation necessarily, but confrontation. Escalation goes when it starts moving into the violence sector, or somebody says, like in the video with me, I'm going to walk over and smack you. That's very, very different than confrontation. So
that's called not answering the question. I'll ask you again. Where does the escalation start in the scenario given?
I think the escalation starts when he starts rifling through the bag. That's when it begins to escalate into the next level.
So it's not an escalation when they're asking, "Who are you?" We just walk through.
That's confrontation, not escalation.
So that's not escalation for a person who's not bothering you. It's not escalation for a person to walk up and stand over you.
That's confrontation, not escalation.
It's not. No, it's escalation is escalation. Do we need to look up a definition for escalation?
So he's saying confrontation is what happened when he asked him who was he. Escalation would be when he put his hands on him. There's an escalation.
When he starts putting his hands on him, or
right,
his
but there's a gradual.
Hold on, Taz. Hold on, fam. Please, Taz. Hold on, fam.
My bad. Go ahead.
What is it if someone comes over you, says confrontation?
Yeah, confrontation versus escalation.
So then that would contradict what you said about what he did when he went into the tent. He did a confrontation. He didn't do an escalation. That would contradict what you're saying. If someone does the confronting and someone comes into the space, is confrontation, not escalation. That's what you mean.
No, confrontation is the original act. Escalation is everything that brings up. So
you said the
original act is who are you? Escalation is everything that happens afterwards.
Yes. So the shove, then that would mean Karmelo did the confrontation, and then Austin did the escalation, right?
No, because no, that wouldn't track because
go ahead.
The second it was the case that Karmelo said, like, I'm gonna fucking, I got something for you, something like this. That would be considered escalation. We're now outside of confrontation, and we're in the arena of this is going to perpetuate into violence. That's when you get into escalation. So
yes, but when you
if I make if I make a confrontation, to give you an example of this, if I'm confronting you about something, it could get very hostile, but that doesn't mean it'll ever be violence. There's no threats. There's no nothing like this. That could be considered confrontation. Escalation here would be the second there's an introduction of possibility of violence.
Yes, but if I pull, if I pull my gun on somebody and I feel like they're doing something. Is that okay? So that's what I wanted you to say.
That's instantly providing the idea of violence.
So when a cop pulls his gun on somebody, he's escalating the situation, or is he de-escalating?
Well, he could be de-escalating the situation. That's true. It's context specific, but if you're talking about, I would say that that's out of the arena of just confrontation.
But aren't you being selective when you say it?
I would say
if someone breaks, I would say
that's out of the arena of confrontation at that moment.
Yes, but you're being selective when you want it to be escalation or de-escalation. Just like when you responded back to the guy, I don't know what his name is. You said that was de-escalation. But if the kid says, "Touch me and find out,"
I said it can be de-escalation.
Yeah, no, and I'm saying it can be as well too. If someone breaks into my house and I point a gun at them, that can be de-escalation. Or escalation, right? If I say, "Hey, get out my house," or "I'm going to shoot you," that's de-escalating the situation.
Depending on context, yes, it can be de-escalation.
Yes. So if nobody was physical prior to the shove, but he told him, "If you touch me, I'm going to escalate." Didn't he escalate the situation by putting his hands on the young boy? If the young boy says,
In that particular context, I'm not saying that Metcalf didn't assist in escalating
No,
the situation.
Andrew, if
So
me and
what
you
do
are
you mean?
going back and forth, and we're argumentative and we're yelling at each other, and then I pull a gun on you. Oh no, I say that one more time. Am I de-escalating the situation?
Then
or
you're
am I
escalating.
No. If I tell you do it one more time, you got to a certain place of where my boundary is, and I say you do that one more time. This is what's going to happen. Am I de-escalation?
In that specific context, it would be escalation. It's like a dare at that point.
If you don't do it, it de-escalates. If you don't do it, though, right?
No, that would still be. I would consider that still an escalation in that specific context because that's a dare. So like an example, if you look at the video with me and Wes Watson, I didn't say that one more time and watch what happens. What I said to him was, do you usually threaten people who are armed in Florida? Right. The idea here is distinct. Now, if I said, say that again and watch what happens, yeah, that's going to be considerably an escalation by every metric I can think of.
That's not a warning. That's not
no,
de-escalation. If I say, if Andrew,
that's totally a warning.
It has to be it's de-escalating. I'm telling you, if you get in my space, if you put your hands on me, this is going to go somewhere else because nobody's. Hold on.
In some specific context, I could agree with that in some specific context, but in this specific context,
the framing is important. So hey man, hey bro, leave me alone. Yeah, saying, hey bro, leave me alone is not the same as hey, fuck around and found out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's two different
the second you hit FAFO or something like that. There are escalatory and de-escalatory warnings. They're both
fantastic. It's the epitome of it. If I didn't do so, if he didn't touch him first, he said, do something and find out. He didn't touch him. He didn't put his hands on him. Right? Escalating. Hold on, real quick. Escalating would be he becomes physical. He does something out of the confrontation.
No, I don't agree with that.
First. But you're choosing not to agree with it. If me and you are arguing,
because I don't think that definitionally this would hold up.
Whoever becomes physical,
here, I'll prove it. Hold
on, Andrew. I didn't interrupt you. Hold on, Andrew.
Go ahead.
Whoever becomes physical between us is the one who escalates it.
That's
if we're arguing, how can you prove that?
Yeah, so I think that just doing a basic consistency check, you would disagree with your own position here, right? So if you say it's the distinction between confrontation and escalations when we start moving into the physical violence mode, do you agree with that?
Say that one more time.
So when we start moving towards the physical violence mode.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you agree with me that words can incite that? Words can incite violence.
Yes, I can agree to you.
So then if you agree with me that words can incite violence, then what you're saying is that in the cases where the words themselves are inciting the violence, that would be considered an escalation. That's the point.
Yes, but the person who puts their hands on the person first escalated a physical altercation, correct? It's one thing for us to be argumentative verbally, but the person who touches the person first escalated a physical altercation.
That's a both. Well, now you're in a both and situation.
No, I'm asking you, Andrew.
It's both and.
If we're escalating, our tempers are going up. We're flaring, right?
Yeah.
The person who touches the person first is the person.
It would be both and. So like if I say, go ahead, punch me in the face, motherfucker, and then you fucking haul off and punch me in the face. Are you saying I didn't escalate that?
No, I said no. You had the possibility of escalating it. You didn't escalate. No. I'm doing what you. No, your words. Andrew, you believe words matter. We had two people in our spaces, or one outside the space, that were supposedly escalating each other, but both of them never touched each other. But whoever touched the person first would have physically escalated the situation. So I'm asking you.
It would be both and.
But nobody touched each other. Nobody fought.
That's not the requirement for escalation.
No.
Ali, it's not important because escalation is everything that will aggravate or augment the situation. So if it's words and small things, or if he's punching, which is a massive gas to the fire, all is escalation after the original confrontation.
I agree.
So like the levels.
But in our society, even in school, the person who touches the person first is the person they're gonna go to first. He touched him. Like they might have argued, they might have said crazy stuff to each other. We're going to address the person,
but I'm not disagreeing.
And by the way, friends, give me just 1 second, friends. Everybody's saying that Marwan wants to join. I don't know where to send him the link. I put it on Discord.
Do you want me to text it to him?
Yeah, please send the link to him so he can join because I have no idea.
I sent the link to his show. I sent the link to the IG.
I think he was on Discord.
Myron, I'm gonna DM the link to you on X, bro.
Thank you very much, Andrew.
Yeah, no problem.
Let's go back to what we were talking, right, Ali? What is the importance of the escalation versus confrontation? Like, what's the importance of it?
It's the the position on when someone can use to stand on their ground or self-defense, and when you can act or when you can't act. In the school confrontation, the person who puts their hands on the person first typically is the one who gets the punishment. That's
yeah, but you see the nuance there of typically.
No, there's no, hold on, no, Andrew. I've worked in the school system for 15 years. Kids can talk to each other crazy all day long. The person who puts their hands on the kid first is the one who's going to get the punishment.
Yeah, but we're not talking about what their policy is. We're talking about what escalation is.
Yes,
and
but
so,
no,
so
hold
hang on. I just let you go, man. Let me at least respond.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Let me at least respond here. Okay, so in principle, I'm even willing to grant some nuance, and the nuance is that it can even be the case that sometimes verbal threats act as de-escalations. Okay, like for instance, cops in a hostage situation, he tells the fucking person, "Get on the ground, or I'm going to shoot you." Right? I think that there's a bit of de-escalation involved there. I don't think that necessarily in that particular context would be considered an escalation. It just depends. It depends on the specific situation and why. Now, when you're talking about escalation itself, you can, if I say to you, punch me in the face right now, motherfucker, and then you do it, I'm considering that I escalated that situation, not de-escalated it, right? Even though I didn't do anything violent first, you did.
Yes, but I think you're being selective with your discretion. If me and you got into
it's a selective discretion.
If me and you got into a physical altercation, and I'm gonna say you happened to take my life, and you showed remorse, you cried about it, you told people you didn't mean to do that, you asked about my wellness, would it seem like you intentionally tried to take my life, or you accidentally took my life?
Again, that's going to be context specific. So I could see how somebody could also cry wolf and pretend to be very remorseful because they want a lesser sentence or they want to be viewed in a certain way. And I can tell you cases where that's happened. In fact, it's not always going to be the case that just because you're showing remorse, that means you didn't mean to do the thing. It could just mean that you want a lighter sentence. Again, it's all context specific, and there's even nuance in the idea of escalation itself.
But that's what I mean when you're being selective. Just like the father, he didn't go with the white, what is it, pride group, the white man, the American.
Yes, it is selectively based on context. Yes,
he said he didn't want them to get involved because he didn't want it about race. As soon as the verdict came in and he didn't have no gag order, he said he called the kid a watermelon felon. He said y'all fathers are not in your lives. He called them baby mamas, the black women baby mamas. And he demonstrated that he can show racist tendencies, but he held back his racist tendencies before the trial, before the verdict came in, so he didn't look like that, right? But what I'm saying is,
I disagree with this entire characterization. I don't think that there's any good evidence that you can provide that it's not due to the fact that his son was killed in this particular set of circumstances that has driven this guy to grief, and he's lashing out, which is very commonplace in cases like this, that before this happened, that he had any form of, he said anything racist ever to anybody at any time, including.
Do you see how this is what I mean by you're selective. If you came on here and said, "What's up, cracker?" you'd probably imply that I have some issues with white people, right? I may be racist towards white people if I say cracker. You can imply it. You may not think I'm a black racist man.
Sure, I can agree.
Right.
I can agree with you.
But hold on. But when I'm saying you're being biased, if someone calls somebody a watermelon felon, it would demonstrate some sort of racism. We know the association.
That's not what we're arguing. We're not arguing whether or not the things he said could be considered racist. We're arguing rather what the claim was from the opposition was that it's this guy's perpetual racism that he taught his son that led to this to begin with. That was the claim. And it's like, and he's nodding his head. So you can see that's the claim. Hang on. And so my refutation to the claim was, you don't have any evidence that that's true. And he didn't. And he didn't. And neither do you.
But you said, Andrew, you say that about everything. So hold on real quick.
My answer was
hold on real quick. What racist people will say, and what certain type of people will say, hey, those kids, a black boy, a black girl.
I sent Myron the link just so you guys know.
A black boy or a black girl learns their behaviors from their mother or their father. And you're demonstrating being disingenuous when he says that kid is speaking that way. The child is typically the reflection of their father, especially if your father was in your life. And if your father was absent, typically your mother probably taught you those behaviors. When I worked in the school, can I land?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was in the school system, the teachers would say, this is what they learned at home. These kids learn these behaviors at home. So when he says that those children are probably the reflection of their father, you go prove that he taught him that. If the kids, and Landon right now, I swear to God, there's kids that carry guns and go hunting. If someone says, "Hey, Andrew, they learned that from their father," would you say prove that they learned that from their father, or would you typically go, "Yep, their father probably taught them how to hunt"?
Sure. Look, again, when we're talking about, you see how you're using ambiguity in language, a bit of equivocation here. You're saying typically, normally, regularly, often, right? Which grants all these exceptions to the people who don't fall in the typically, often category, right? Through your generalizations. In this particular case, we're talking about something that's hyper specific based on a claim which is designed to impugn somebody. So if you were to say, Andrew, the reason that your son went off and shot this guy is because you taught him how to hunt, I think that claim bears some sort of evidence for it because it's an impugning claim. Now, you're right. Generally speaking, if two guys were walking down the street, two kids, when they had shotguns on their back, and someone said, I bet their dad taught them how to hunt, I'd probably say, sure. I'm sure he probably did. I don't know, but there's no impugning claim there. There's no reason for me to look at the evidence further. I can look at the heuristic and even agree with the typical, but I don't need to grant that this is true with no evidence. And it would actually be absurd to do so because it's an impugning claim.
It's not important. And this is not, and friends, the link is for Myron, the other people that are flogging. Please just stay down, please.
What's up, Myron? How you doing, man?
And thank you very much, Myron, for being here.
What's up, guys?
How are you doing, sir? Thank you very much for being on the show. It's not important because he's an educated guest. I don't know why you guys keep debating. He's a guest. He's an educated guest. No. Usually, one second, Ali. Usually when you are around,
Fatty, please. No, that's the problem I have with Andrew. When Andrew uses that rhetoric when he wants somebody to prove something, but nobody has to prove that.
No,
that's
Ali,
what
Ali, please. That's my point. Think about it. This is the debate thing. Prove your claim. We can prove it. He's an educated guess. Just like when y'all talk about the black community and you say this is these baby mamas and this is these black people, y'all don't have no proof because that black person that is bad might be watching a YouTuber and he's taking influence from Andrew and Fatty. Like, he's an educated guess, just like you talk about the black community, and all you do is educated guess because you can prove that baby mama, that the man was absent, caused that kid to be ABC. We can do. That's the point. It's not important. We can do educated guess too. The prove it shit is just a debate, bro. Type of prove it.
But don't you think it's unreasonable to say, well, but Andrew, you're doing this too. It's like, when am I doing this? When am I saying these things? What are you talking about?
I just think that it's not important. Like, we're dying on a hill that is not significant. Marwan, and I want King because King is then talk.
I'm going to grab a pack of smokes real quick. I'll be right back.
Thank you very much. Chocolate, please. No, not the other ones. Marwan, I know that you are watching the show and all that. Before you actually make a statement, I have a question for you, right? Mm-hmm. Like, if you made this statement when those people were calling you like racial slurs, that if they did that to your face, you do what? Like, what is the moral high ground that you have for literally like tell that kid that if you do this to me or what? Like, what is the difference between both of the cases?
I don't really understand your question.
So there was like people are accusing you on X, like you say, words shouldn't matter. People shouldn't be riled up when people get in each other's faces and all that. And then like you have videos, or especially a particular video where you are talking about people that are kind of like harassing you. And you are saying, if y'all did this to me, I will do that to y'all. Like, what is like, why do you get the benefit of the doubt and you get sympathy from people? Yeah, this is clearly acceptable. And when something happens like this, you kind of like fall back and you don't understand the reaction to what caused that.
I don't know what particular instance you're talking about specifically. I don't know. But what I will say is I think, violence should be avoided at almost every situation and should only be used as a last resort to defend yourself from, obviously some kind of serious bodily injury or death.
Yeah, but so once again, friends, I don't want y'all to think this is ambush or something. I want y'all to own your words and be consistent. Let's see what happened there.
Guys, the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit me, it does not benefit me to say anything negative about blacks.
It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of hate for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat talking about haram this, haram that. You're a kafir that, murtad, all these other bitch ass shit that if they had told me this shit in person, I'll fucking punch them. Call me murtad to my face, I'll fucking knock you out. Extremely disrespectful shit that they would never fucking say to me in person. Ever. Because they know that it would be...
Doesn't that contradict what you said, that violence is the last resource and all that?
I'm glad that you brought that up.
Go ahead.
So that's in context of a lot of people. I get death threats all the fucking time, obviously, by being the person I am and having the views that I have. So this was during a period where I was talking and being critical about praying at Times Square being like retarded and not an intelligent thing to do in the United States. So that's what I was referring to. And obviously I get hundreds, if not thousands of death threats from weirdos from all different walks of life, whether it's, you know, angry Muslims, angry blacks, angry, you know, the Jews. Everybody gets pissed off at me for the views that I have. So that's what I was referring to, is like, that's in context of also people giving me death threats all the time, which I get all the time. So that's what I'm saying. But like, but me to just like knock them out only for that, or to, you know, to have some type of altercation for that, you know, you could get angry a little bit or whatever. But honestly, would I really hit somebody over some words? More than likely, unless they were like attacking me or I felt like I was in some imminent danger, probably not. Right.
And by the way,
but it's important to understand that that was in context of me getting hundreds of death threats from these fucking guys. Because I think people know when you talk about the Muslims, and as Andrew could talk about this, if you criticize them, they come at you crazy.
One second, friends. Let him land, please.
These other extenuing circumstances that make it okay for y'all. I don't understand that.
There's actually no. One second, friends. 1 second. So, but that was not the context at all. You were reacting to people in your chat. I know. One second, please. Andrew,
I'm telling you what was going on.
I know.
I'm telling you what was going on during that period of time that led to that. Okay. You're not the one getting hundreds, if not thousands of death threats. You're not the one people sending your address to you saying, oh, I know where you're at, whatever. I literally get calls all night from weirdos. You're not getting that. So I'm telling you, that's what was going through my mind. That was what was going on when I said that. Now, obviously, if I were in some kind of altercation with someone and they said, oh, you're a murtad, blah, 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 I'd probably walk away. People have talked shit to me in person before, and I'll be like, all right, bro, if you're not going to do nothing, get the fuck out of here. And I'll just walk away. I typically try to de-escalate situations, not escalate.
Sure. I just wanted consistency, because once again,
well, can I take you to task on this here, Fatty?
Oh, absolutely.
What's the contradiction? Even if it was the case,
hang
on. Let me ask a question.
Sure.
Even if it was the case that Myron here said that violence should always be the last resort, but he resorted to violence himself as the first resort, what's the actual contradiction there?
Is because he made a definitive statement. So? He said that we shouldn't do that over words. And in this video, like I am showing y'all, he says that about words. Is
That's
people
not
in the
a
chat?
contradiction.
No, 1 second. Hey, Andrew, let's strip down the debate thing. I don't know if it's a contradiction. I don't know if it's hypocritical. I know that 1 second. I know that one statement cancels the other. It can, like you know, the laws of logic. It can be both, right? One is one, and the other one is a one. If
that
these
would violate the law of excluded middle.
So it doesn't. Well, 1 second. So is the law of contradiction, right? Is the law of identity, and is the what is the last law?
The one I just said, law of excluded middle.
Okay, law of excluded middle. He said it. He said right now.
Yeah, but I need you to listen to what I'm saying.
No, let me just play what he said, please. And
I know what he said. I just
because I want people to hear it again. It's not for you.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
You know,
the point I'm trying to make is I get a lot of hate for my positions because I tell the truth no matter what. Now, someone like Abba, who's a I will tell you guys the truth, even if it doesn't fucking benefit me. It does not benefit me to say anything negative about blacks. It does not benefit me to be critical of Islam. It doesn't. And as a matter of fact, I get a lot of hate for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass Pakistani dirty niggas in my chat for it. I got these stupid ass.
Can you stop playing that over and over?
He's mentioning people in his chat, which is words. Chat is not fist. Chat is not chat is words. So. Isn't he contradicting what he said that violence will be the last result over words?
You know what I like about this?
Listen.
Hey, I'm just here.
Go ahead, Andrew. Say what you got to say. Then I'll come in after.
Let me explain this so that you understand what a contradiction or hypocrisy is. If I say people should not murder, and then I go out and murder somebody, that's neither a contradiction nor hypocrisy. It's still true that people shouldn't murder. It's still true that they shouldn't do this thing.
Yes.
It's not hypocritical either, because I'm still consistent within the belief structure that they shouldn't do that, even if I did. So even if Myron says violence should be the last resort, which he said, and he uses it as a first resort, there's no fucking inconsistency there to even attack him over anyway. Why the guy would even need to defend himself from such a low-tier claim is insane to me.
And Andrew, and this is why I'm not taking this to the debate university and to the verbal combat. I'm taking this to public perception and to common sense. Myron might not be... one second, let me finish. Myron might not be a hypocrite based on the definition. Myron might not be contradicting
not even
himself.
By the definition.
He's wrong by the definition.
He's wrong by the definition.
No, fantastic, but it's fine because I don't want to get on the game of semantics.
Another point.
Let me finish, please. It's because y'all are going to be.
Wait, let me the whole time. Like,
no, let me. Sir, respectfully. Let me finish, and then you got it.
The whole time, dude.
I know. Let me finish, and then you got it. You are a talker too. I don't care about the hypocritical. I don't care about the contradiction, but it's common sense that Maron is doing the rules for D, but not for me. He's pushing a higher standard to a 17-year-old and to everybody that is fighting over words, especially the N-word. And when people chuck the builder, and when people are instigating other people, but then he comes on the stream and he says, if you say this one more time to me, I will do this to you. I don't care about the semantics. I don't care about the debate, bro. I care about the fact that Myron owed other people to a standard that he himself doesn't oblige, like he showed here.
He doesn't, and that's the claim that's in question.
Y'all got
There's no standard he's holding other people to other than the standard he himself still believes, even if he violated the standard. Do you fucking understand that?
Ask him the question.
He's too fucking stupid to understand it. Like, here's the thing, Andrew. These people are low IQ, bro. Like, yo, dude. Did I stab somebody in the fucking chest? Did I punch anybody? I didn't do it. Okay. So to say one thing.
1 second. Let him finish.
No, hold on, y'all. Let him finish.
Let him finish. He's fine. Let him finish. Go ahead.
Okay. I don't know why this guy's jumping in here. This conversation doesn't concern him. Again, like I said before, I don't give a fuck what you like. Shut the fuck
friends,
up.
It's the last time I'm saying, let the person that is talking finish.
Bro,
we are going to.
You still wear 2026. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, Myron, you are on YouTube, Myron. Come on, man. Myron, you are on YouTube.
This dude's talking crazy to me, man.
No, Myron. You see, you are on Myron.
Who's this guy?
No, Myron. Respectfully, you know that you are on YouTube. There's 13,000 people. No, Myron, there's 13 people literally streaming on YouTube, 13,000, and you are saying
I'm on YouTube as well.
Myron, but come on, man. You know the TOS. Don't do that shit, man.
Okay, well, he started with me, so it is what it is.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
go ahead, make a statement,
what I was
please.
saying.
I'm not going to argue with that.
What I was saying is this. I'm not the one shooting people. I'm not the one stabbing anybody. I said something, but that doesn't mean that I'm actually doing it. So again, you're sitting here saying like, oh, look, you're being a hypocrite, blah, blah. Am I running around attacking people? No. Am I stabbing people in the chest? No. Am I shooting people? No. So it's not the same whatsoever. And then again, I love how you're removing all the context from what I was discussing, where I was telling you I'm getting all these fucking death threats all the time. That's what I was also obviously including in what I'm saying. That factors into what I'm saying when I'm saying like, oh, if somebody comes up to me, calls me a murtad to my face, because I'm getting death threats from these guys all over the place. And anyone that criticizes Islam or any type of Muslims in New York City, they'll tell you, oh, they come up to you all the time. Andrew's gotten hundreds of death threats from these guys. So when I was saying, come up to my face and say that, okay, that's within the context of me getting hundreds, if not thousands, of death threats from these people. But am I going to run around and knock somebody out just for simply calling me a murtad and nothing else? No, bro, I'm going to walk away. I'm not the one doing all the fucking violence bullshit. I don't believe in it. Unless you have to defend yourself, like I said before, from some type of imminent injury or danger or loss of life or whatever. That's what it is. I carry a gun all the time. I'm not getting in shootouts. No, because I understand use of force and using it appropriately and not just attacking people because they piss you off with your feelings.
Sure. And thank you very much for calming yourself down and not calling us names, right?
No, well, your buddy Goat is the one that started the issues here.
No, he didn't. Because you what? Hey, Tess, 1 second. You called us low IQ. You called us word like you being
because you're bringing up that's a low IQ thing to bring up that clip as if look, you're a hypocrite. Am I running
you
around
just said he started it though.
No, you said he started. You changed it.
You're changing it. Myron, you said he started it.
No. The other dude, Goat, said some dumb shit.
No, but you started it.
No. This dude, Goat, said something about I don't like you or whatever. I was like, I'm not talking to you, so who cares?
After you say what you said.
Okay.
After you say what you said.
What did I say? That this is a low IQ comment?
Low IQ are words, yes.
Yes, because you don't understand, okay? Because you're over here. Andrew Tyson's trying to explain it to you a million times. You just don't understand it. You got this clip. You got this clip, and you're like, look, I got this guy. And it's like, bro, what is that supposed to prove? What is that supposed to prove? Am I running around punching people for calling me a Murtad?
Hey,
I'm
Fatty,
not.
real slow, please. Just Fatty, I swear I'm not. Andrew keeps telling us Andrew keeps telling us to prove things. He made an assertion about you. You get to make an assertion, and nobody has to prove anything. You both don't have to prove it. So you called us low IQ just because you came up here and didn't like what we said. It was nothing about you having to prove it or us having to prove it. You just went straight to
understand what he was trying to explain.
Myron, you just came on our panel. Myron, you came on
our
you came on our panel for the first time and calling people low IQ. Can you prove that the people on this panel are low IQ? Did you prove it? Excuse me. No, excuse me. Did you? No. That's wrong what I said. See, I'm fixing what I said. Did you prove it before you said they're low IQ? Did you prove it? And then did Andrew ask you to prove it? The point is this. Every time y'all get into a disagreement with somebody, not you mostly, Andrew will do that. Prove it. But he doesn't have to prove it, and you don't have to prove it. That's the point that Fatty's trying to make as well, too. Y'all just making assertions and making statements that you don't have to prove, but you want the person that's speaking to you to prove it.
And I was listening to the conversation before with the whole Carmelo Anthony thing, right?
Sure.
So when I'm saying, because obviously, I was listening to what Andrew was saying, and he was trying to explain concepts to you guys. And then with this guy Fatty brings up that clip, when I was like, oh man, these people are hard to, they just don't understand shit. So when I'm saying low IQ, I mean, as in your legal analysis is low IQ, it's retarded. Your name should be Dr. Retard. And then for the guy Fatty, who I can't understand anything this motherfucker's saying because he's a foreigner, the reality is you guys just don't understand certain concepts. Someone's got to come in and tell you.
You're a foreigner.
No, it's fine. Hey, stop. Hey, everybody stop. Hey, friends. Everybody stop. Hey, I can. Myron, 1 second. Myron, I accept that. Myron. Hey, Myron.
That's
no, Myron, 1 second.
Fucking retarded. Someone's got to tell
Myron,
you.
I accept it. Myron, I accept it, right?
You're fat. Who gives a fuck what you think?
I know, and you have a bald spot on your head like a halo. I know, we both have problems.
You
yes.
Sunglasses inside. No one understands what you're saying. You're a fucking foreign fat fuck. Nobody cares. You got no motion besides your stomach moving because you're fat as fuck. We got Dr. Retard in here. We got this nigga Goat who literally looks like a fucking dude that still wears South Pole in 2026. We got a bunch of chimpanzee retards on here that don't understand basic
literally
concepts.
Look like
Hey, friends, it's fine. Hey, Myron. Myron,
Myron,
now 1 second.
Okay.
Myron,
and then we got
Myron, 1 second. Myron. Hey, Myron. No, Myron, I accept it. Hey, Myron.
You fucking losers.
Hey, Myron, I accept it. You know,
ridiculous.
Let me finish, please, Myron. I accept it.
IQ.
Myron,
50 IQ.
Myron,
you can't even speak English, bro. Nobody
I know.
understands you. You can't even ask a question properly, you fat fucking retard. It's crazy
fine.
to me.
Myron,
Holy
let me.
Shit.
Can I answer that? Can I reply?
5 IQ panel.
Can I?
Through the roof.
We are done.
I'm gonna fucking die over here. Stop it.
No. It's so. Let me answer, please. Let me answer, please. Okay, let me answer, please.
Ask your question, retard. What you got to say?
Okay, so Myron, you call us low IQ based on we don't know the law. I can have the highest IQ in whatever thing. Let me finish. You see, you let me finish. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of me? Why are you afraid of me talking? Why are you afraid of me? Why are you afraid of me talking? Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid of me talking?
Anyway, okay.
Why are you afraid of letting me talk?
Go ahead, fat boy.
Okay. Okay. So, Myron. Okay. First, you didn't prove that we are low IQ. Because we can be, let me finish. We can be very high IQ and know nothing about law. That's the first one, right? Since Andrew went to debate. We can be engineers, astronauts, do things that have high functioning level and not know nothing about law. So we don't know in the law doesn't make us low IQ. Second, I'm a foreigner. Totally fine. Piers Morgan is a foreigner and you were sucking his dick. Stephen Crowder is a foreigner and you were sucking his dick. Your motherfucking co-host is from Barbados and you were sucking his dick. So respectfully, silence. I'll let you finish. You are going to let me finish. Silence.
You engineer calories.
Silence.
You engineer calories, fat boy.
Silence.
That's what you engineer.
Silence.
That's what you engineer.
Let's get silence, sir.
Silence. You're a fucking retarded monkey chimpanzee fuck. Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm freezing to you niggas. Get the fuck out of here, bruh.
Yo, can I go?
Literally, that's what this is, bro.
Hey, friend.
I am here. I'm the zookeeper to
Can I
niggas.
go?
Okay, now, hey, friends, 1 second. Hey, 1 second. I got you.
Niggas. That's
Hey,
what
let me ask Andrew. Hey, let me ask Andrew a question.
Retire, you fucking dumbass, retarded racist niggas. Shut the fuck up, you chimpanzee retard.
Okay, thank you. No, everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet. Everybody quiet.
Don't bite. Don't bite.
Everybody
bro.
quiet. Don't bite. Everybody quiet.
Hey,
Andrew, I want to ask you something, Andrew. Right?
Racist calling people racist.
Andrew, please can you unmute yourself? I have a question for you. Andrew.
All right.
Is Myron chimping out? Is Myron showing the behavior that he complains about the black community every day by not having impulse control, calling people names that didn't call him names, calling people down, calling people up tools? Don't chimp out. Don't chimp out, sir. Don't chimp out, sir.
No, you're an orangutan.
I accept it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Right.
Yes. So now, Andrew, is Myron displaying the behavior that he complains about every day on his panel by chimping out right now? What's your opinion? What's your opinion, Andrew? I really want to know about this, Andrew.
We're just clowning y'all niggas. You guys are fucking idiots.
No, it's fine. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
You could barely speak English.
I know. I
speak English.
I know.
You literally have pitties. You're wearing sunglasses indoors. We don't take you serious.
I know.
You're wearing
Andrew, are you co-signing Myron?
No. We are going to let Andrew.
Why is the woman talking? Be in the kitchen, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
bro, can I go?
Wait, just one.
Can I please?
He being the nigga that he talking about. He being the nigga that he talking about. He showing how bad he is. Look at
why y'all won't let me go?
Now it's because we want Andrew to answer the question: is Myron chimping out?
No, he came into.
Wow.
Well,
Okay, fried chicken connoisseur.
Do you want me to give you the explanation? I'll give you the explanation.
Yes, and by the way, Andrew, I wonder why you were so upset when somebody broke the TOS a couple of minutes ago by saying something that they shouldn't. And these men literally are going to make us private this shit and kind of edit and all this. And you are smiling and laughing, knowing that this can jeopardize all the channels, but it's fine, right?
Okay, so
totally fine.
Do you want me to give a defense here? I'll give you the defense. So,
I want you to explain to me why is he not chimping out when he didn't do nothing to this man? We did nothing but nice to this man.
First and foremost, right? I don't want the TOS broken, obviously. I can't help that shit's funny though, and I'm gonna laugh at it. Okay, a lot of you guys want to laugh right now too. Like, look at Mr. Fantastic. He thinks some of this.
Oh
shit's
no,
funny.
trust me. I'm the one who should be talking to everybody wants to laugh, but I'm just
Yeah, it's just funny. Okay, some of the shit's funny. What do you want me to do? I can't help what I laugh at. Anyway, no, he
notice
came
how
in.
much he's breathing, bro. This dude's taking 7 breaths for my one. This nigga's fat as fuck, bro.
Myron
why are you breathing all our air, bro?
4v1.
Like what?
I point out to you, he's not in a violation. There's no contradiction. There's no nothing. You won't engage with that. The gentleman below me, Dr. Ilkins, Ali, says, well, wait a second. Andrew doesn't have to demonstrate or show evidence for a claim. But that's exactly what I did by showing you how there's no contradiction, anything like this. I'm walking you through what's called a logical claim, giving it to you in premise form, showing you that's evidence.
Bro, he's Dr. Retard. Andrew. You can't read what this guy is. Dr. Retard.
You didn't answer his question.
You can't take these people seriously. Dr.
And we're not going to and we're going to show the demonstration. We haven't disrespected anybody on the panel. He's been the disrespectful one. He's asking.
Ali, check the DMs. No, one second. Ali, check the DMs. Hey, one second. One second. No, hey, 1 second. Hey, Andrew. You know what? You know why I know that Ali is right? Because when Tez was calling you white boy and all these things, we literally stopped it and said, let's not make this racial. Let's not go. Let's talk about the argument because both of y'all seem informed. Myron sees the moment he got here until now,
bro,
he's not having no argument, no nothing.
And you know what it is, Fatty?
Ali, check the message.
I got you.
A basic argument,
but the real
fucking dumb. We got Dr. Retard talking.
I hear you, Fatty. The real thing is when they do counterintelligence, he has to act like this. They don't act like this to people they really think is stupid.
If you're gonna mute Myron,
hey, Andrew, he's literally talking. He's literally y'all. Right, look at
y'all gone.
Look at your. If y'all both gonna go then, because y'all when you.
This is Sparta.
They don't
That's
do
the only answer. If y'all going, you're gone. This is the only answer.
They don't do that with low IQ people. They'll let low IQ people talk themselves into the grave. when they're talking to people who have intelligence and can counter their responses, they always got to do this dumb debate bro stuff. And then they got to actually throw their homonyms and demonstrate they're the racists that they're talking about. Nobody was racist towards them. Nobody insulted him.
Everybody was calm and collected and all that. Monkey, chimp. And fantastic. I know you're laughing.
Let me have it, bro.
No, fantastic. You know YouTube is not playing, man. You know.
Well,
address it before they leave, though. Address it before they leave if they following a cult. These people call black people niggas. They call black people ignorant and stupid, while a black person who's supposed to be the representation of a high IQ and high value man comes in and calls black people niggas himself. And Andrew says, no, he's not doing nothing. He's not doing nothing wrong. Like, he's a foreigner himself, but he's foreigner. No, he's supposed to be half black, but he's a foreigner too, disrespecting a foreigner at the same time. He's showcasing the exact behaviors they're against, while everybody was respectful to him on the panel. So their cult followers, their fans can see exactly what happened. We had a civil conversation. He went what they call chimp or acting like a nigga. He went nigga out. He acted like a nigga. Nobody on here acted like a nigga, but the nigga who came on the panel.
Fantastic. You can get it afterwards, right? I'm just saying. I didn't have a problem with nothing that he said. You fat. Yes, I am. You are a foreigner. Absolutely. I don't have a problem with it. But this is what we call chimping out. I believe that Tess, even though it was kind of throwing the white boy shit, at some point Tess was debating the topics. Like, bring something. Talk about the inconsistency, all this shit. This man is talking about nothing. He's just chimping, you fat, low IQ, A, B, C, D. And this is the point. Should we bend over to accommodate people that are treating us like this? These people clearly don't fuck with us, respectfully. Because Andrew was acting well until he came in, and all of a sudden he's acting the same way. Oh no, that's not chimping out.
They just saw he supported the token blackie or the supposedly token blackie, right? But
Ali, look at, like, it's not that we are not antagonistic towards this dude whatsoever. We prepare, we put him on the song, we make sure that, and again, it's like the lack of clout and respect. Like, what the hell are we doing here? And fantastic, once again, I grab you because I know what's going to happen if I put you up. You and King Riches. King Riches, he was the same thing.
Yeah, we had
King Riches, like, what he was, hey, King Riches, calm down. Everybody calm. What the fuck are you talking about? Everybody calm. Why are you saying calm down? Because he wants a reaction to then clip us and to say, look at the monkeys, look at the chimps chimping out. Nobody gave him no energy. He ended up chimping out. We caught him, in my opinion, on the Wes Watson situation where he literally was instigated. You being raped in prison and all that. We caught him on the height shit. He was way smaller than Metcalf. Thank you very much, Channel, for actually doing that. We caught Marvin on the nobody should fight in 4 words and then threaten people on the chat for words. And when these people are stuck and they got caught over and over again, what do they say when people lose debates? They start insulting people.
Yes.
It starts to become personal. It starts to become, you are low IQ and you are dumb. So respectfully, once again, I appreciate y'all being here. We are trying to be nice, but we have boundaries. We have rules, and clout will not make us not Frank Castle you. And we have the ladies first, the infamous ladies first on Friday. Mr. Fantastic and King Reaches. We go to the rest of the panel, and then we kind of close it out because at this point we kind of run the distance. Okay. And Mr. Fantastic, sorry for not letting you go. Fantastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Because I've been waiting to say certain things to certain motherfuckers, but they ain't here now, so it is what it is. I'll get opportunity again another time in life. But listen, man. Yeah, I'm actually on the thing where people can be radicalized. You have to understand the context of the father or whatnot, what have you. He showed an olive branch, the stuff that we're saying, and then he even said, you know, here's something for you, as to where he was just like, they're gonna call me racist anyway, so here's some racist shit, right? So again, I think everyone has some level of racism within ourselves, because we are biased by our own groups, our own tribes. Black people are told about how white people are racist and they're always trying to get up over on you and stuff, and white people are told how black people are violent and all these different things and so on and so forth. And I think with him, he experienced the worst possible aspect of it because his son was killed, and then he couldn't say things for over a year concerning anything, and his family was attacked. He was attacked. His family was attacked. They were doxxed. They were swatted. So many lies and things were told. So many insensitive things. Even people laughing and joking about his son being murdered. So I think that it's reasonable to understand that a person can be radicalized to racism or anything. It's not just, it could be they tell you this. I forget what the movie was, Fatty, but it was a movie about where Brad Pitt was in the military, and he's like, you kill one, you make like 20 or something, right?
Mm.
So I think this is a situation that happened to Jeff Metcalf, because like I said, for all intents and purposes, even once he had decent things to say about Karmelo and saying like, hey, he didn't feel like he was an evil person and he did it, and he did it out of spite, or he purposely did it once it first happened. And then the thing that happened is when he tried to go to the prayer conference or whatever. I'm sorry, he tried to pray with the family when they had the press conference, and the idiotic family representative dude or whatever, didn't want him to be there, and they kicked him out. So from that point on, with him being, under the gag order and having to listen to so many things, bro. Hey, I mean, I don't blame him. I can't stand niggas that time my damn self, and I'm black. So I could totally, completely understand, if a whole group of people were doing all of these crazy, wild things over the death of my son for over a year, and I couldn't say anything. So yeah, it is what it is.
Once again, I appreciate you. And King Richard, I said the same thing with Fantastic. Both of y'all, I know y'all are wolves. And once you see some shit, y'all going to go get it. I just wanted to make sure that y'all don't do it because it's a trap, man. The calm down is the most cowardice shit that you can do to a grown man. The man is clearly calm. He's not doing nothing. Calm down, man. Calm down, man. You want him to do something so you can go ahead and show how uncivilized we are. We're not. So go ahead.
Funny thing, both of y'all, Fantastic, King Richards, and Taz. Thank you, y'all, to just comment out. That's what they wanted to do the whole time, to say we escalated and did it. That's all they were looking for. They don't want to have the actual conversation with people who do have intelligence. They want to have the conversation with people that can't have the conversation. So thank y'all, all three, for just like calming yourself.
And not the ladies. The ladies smell the roses.
Yes, and smell the roses. Controlling yourself as well too. They show they behind. So thank you so much for
smell the roses. Is doing USA.
And SH showing decorum.
Man, no, SH should know decorum.
The famous
So
rest in your femininity.
Go ahead, King Regis. Go ahead and give us your thoughts, and then we go to the rest of the
So that Andrew guy, he was getting under my skin slightly, but like, I started to come back to my senses. I realized he was trying to trigger, get a moment, like, oh, look at this black guy, So, I just pulled it back in. In terms of the dad, if he wasn't racist before, he's racist now, 100%. Yeah, like he's lost his son. Apparently he was trying to, connect with Karmelo's family in one way or another, and he got kind of given the boot. So that, in conjunction with all the stuff that a lot of black people have been saying online, or directly to him and his family, it wouldn't surprise me at all that he holds them views now. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Do you get what I'm saying? And like, to be honest, to go through a traumatic situation like losing your child, right, that's gonna have a long-lasting effect, if not a lifelong effect on you. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. But that Andrew guy, he's just annoying. He's just like, bro. And the irony of this is like, the reason why I kind of calmed down as well, because I literally came from sparring to this live stream. So it's like, when I listen to people talk all this crazy talk, I do this, do that, I'm just like, bro, like, you're not me. I know you're not that thing. You're not that thing. Like, you're not. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I was saying to that guy. Like, you wouldn't talk like that in my face. It's unrealistic. It's not a thing of me saying, oh, I'm going to beat you up for any little thing you say. But it's just like, you can look at certain people, you can feel their energy, and it's just like, you wouldn't try and bring that side out in them. It's just not worth it.
And King, let
me say, and when you're a fighter, especially when you're a fighter, you're somebody that fights grown men, 6'6", 6'7", like I do, like not no pipsqueak dudes. It's just like these kind of like dudes, bro. Like, you're not even in the same atmosphere as me. Like, do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I had to kind of rein it in. And I was a little bit hyped, but then like I calmed down.
No. We have the right to actually go up and then kind of reflect. You see what I'm saying? But the thing that you say and this is what I'm talking about. These people are on the red pill space. They be making educated guess about women for 5 years. And all of a sudden they need definitive proof. What do we say when women say something? When you're drunk or when you're mad, you say what you really think. Is an accelerator. Is going to take your inhibitions. There's no person that is not racist, and the first thing they do when they drink something is saying some racist shit.
Something racist.
Right,
Yeah,
that man had that shit buried in his art, and now that he's mad, he's putting that shit out because, like I said, there's nothing. Like, imagine me saying this: "Oh, I wasn't gay, but now that is happening, no, you were gay all along. You just had an opportunity to come out of the closet. Nobody's doing shit that they didn't want to do if they actually on it. So that is the problem a lot of times. And my problem is like the fake camaraderie. If Ali was behaving like Marlon was behaving, I will call him out on the spot, and he would do the same thing to me. Me and Fantastic got into it because we kind of disagreed some shit. Like, why are y'all literally co-signing each other when you know that the person is completely out of bounds? And this is the religious people, the Christians and shit. If you are a Christian and you see this man treating and berating us like that, and the first thing you do is actually side with the person that is actually doing the aggression. Oh, if you mute him, we're going to leave. Like, what is that Christian about you? You should know better. You should be empathetic. You should be defending. That man has more money than us, more clout. He is more established, and you deciding letting a bully fuck up with a smaller person. And this is why Metcalf is dead too, because there was no people on that tent that stopped the bully from actually getting to the kid.
My idea. Can I just say one thing?
Absolutely.
That I didn't say before. I truly believe that, like, and obviously I wasn't there, you know, and you know the trial, etc., etc. You lot are in America. You lot know more than I do about the ins and outs and intricacies. But from what I know, as a guy that's played college football as well and been in that kind of environment and people with those kind of egos and characters, I'd put money on the fact that those boys, that the boy that got deleted, he probably was trying to bully this boy. He was trying to, like, you know, throw his weight around, get out of the tent, and it escalated. You know, they both played their part, and unfortunately, he lost his life. But I do think that there was an element of bullying going on in that situation, and I think that's where it really started, to be honest.
Smell the roses and as Sage, and then we get Taz, and we read the super chats and get out of here.
So I was just really confused by Andrew. I didn't understand where we were disagreeing and what was happening and what was going on. If the guy, Fatty, the clip that you played of the other YouTuber confronting him. So Mr. Andrew did the same thing that Karmelo did. He mentioned that stand your ground law in Florida, just like Karmelo said, touch me again and find out or see what happens. So where's the disagreement?
It was unprepared for us to have our homework. And I will remind you, we put on the thumbnail Taz, King, Riches, and Fantastic. He kind of said that he was coming, but we only saw, I was sleeping the whole day. I woke up, hey, he coming in, 30 minutes to do things. But like I said, I remember, this is you on Myron's stage. And you know what Myron did? De-escalated the situation. Let's calm down, guys. Let's calm down, guys. Come on, Wes. Come on, Andrew. Let's calm down, guys. Why didn't you do that shit over here?
Yeah, over here he's laughing and jeering, doing the same things that the kids in the tent were likely doing before Austin got
roses. Hey, roses. So, I went back to the video. This man is antagonizing him. Hey, hey, jailbird. Hey, you got graped in jail, jailbird. That's not antagonizing. You saying that the man got their menu taken out of him is not antagonizing. You were trying to bait him. Yeah. And like I said, hey, I said you can be doing that as a married woman. Come on, calm down. Be showing some ass and shit. So like I said, y'all can be like, I would rather you be a white supremacist. Be consistent with your 8. Now I know what I'm dealing with. Let's talk with each other. But when y'all flip flop and you do the dog whistles and a situation, it depends on the color. We understand we are tribalists too. We have some empathy for people that look just like us when they get issues in trouble, and we admit that shit. But for whatever reason, once again, I believe if this situation adds some two white boys and there's nothing to do with black people, that there's no way in hell this man is taking 35 years. You stand your ground. He should know better. You were small. The other dude was big. It was self-defense. He didn't meant it. That's what it is. So, like I said, respectfully, I think, hey, shout out to Ali for saying that. Y'all did the magnificent job. But the people that actually have IIQ couldn't handle the debate. They couldn't. They couldn't.
Well,
So
I think that even though us as a collective Black people, we all have our own separate opinions, I do think that we all knew that he wasn't going to get a slap on the wrist. And I do agree with whoever said it earlier, that I know people that have gone away for 20 years. I get, it's different, like Fed time, state time, but if he does right what he's supposed to do while he's in there, I think that he'll be able to serve like half the time. For me, I would have picked like something like 8 to 10. Good behavior. He was 17. I'm pretty sure that he wishes he could go back and make different decisions that day. I wish that both of them would, if this was my son. But then again, you guys, like living in the South, certain school systems against other school systems, it just like there's a nastiness, kind of like what y'all just saw on this panel, when there's like racial tension in the room or on the field or out there by them school buses. Like, there's not enough teachers, there's not enough coaches when these teams from these different demographics go at each other like this,
It's
So-
hostile. It's hostile.
It's denying that racism actually exists. It don't matter if you Martin Luther King. It don't matter if you Malcolm X. It don't matter if you got money, you don't got money. It don't matter if you acting like an actual nigga or intelligent nigga or whatever kind of nigga they say you are. They just want to treat you like somebody that's insubordinate and beneath them. That's the truth.
Yeah.
All this stuff, it hasn't went away. It's just a different way that it's happening. Because if you have people being intelligent, if you had people being civil, and then you compare them to people you say you claim to be niggas, and nobody on here was acting like as such, then you want a reason to treat people like niggas. That kid was 130 pounds. The other context is it was raining that day. He got under the tent because it was raining. You telling me that kid is threatening to a 215-pound, 6'1" MVP linebacker, and the other people that's under the tent with him? Obviously, they were the one escalating the situation. They didn't want him there. So then he said,
they were bullying him.
We're going to believe that he's a 130-pound little kid in there bullying them. That's what they want us to. They want the whole world to believe. He went in there and say, all y'all pussy. I beat all of y'all. 105'8", 130 pounds. First, it's raining. You got under the wrong tent in Texas with kids who's taught to be racist from their racist parents, and we don't conflate it with all. We ain't saying all people racist. Whoever was under that tent and whoever did this jury, we obviously you picked the jury. You still didn't put jury. It should be jury of our peers. They're gonna say,
how tall is Karmelo? How tall is
5'8"?
Karmelo?
5'8". He's 5'8", 130 pounds, man. The
Wow.
dude, the dude is an MVP linebacker. He's 6'1", 215 pounds.
Wow.
Like who's threatening who? Like
and Ali, and it was his point, not our point. He said, Wes Watson was way bigger than me. Have you seen that? Fantastic was like, no. Hey, Fantastic. I swear to God. I thought the dude was 6'2".
I'm the little fella Federation detector, bro. I know a big motherfucker for real when I see one.
And he lying by saying that when he said what he said to the West dude is de-escalation, but what Karmelo is saying isn't de-escalation. If the boys obviously saying, yo, touch me and find out. Anything, anybody, if I feel threatened and I make a threat back to you, I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. I don't want to turn up. But if you touch me, something's coming with it.
And Ali, think about it. Hey, Tez, think about this, right? On this situation, he said, so you threaten men on states that have stand your ground. Isn't that the same shit? Hey, do something and you're going to find out. It's the same shit. It's literally the same shit. We are on this stand your ground state. Do something, and I will fuck you up. That's what it is.
And
It's the
what
same shit.
Andrew demonstrated is why white men like to get certain black men under their tailcoats so they can get them to do the dirty work. They can say nigga free. Y'all some dumb, stupid niggas, retarded and unintelligent niggas. So you can get a nigga to do it. So it makes it land even harder by a black man doing it. That's all they do. That's why they want black people around them just like that. So he can co-sign everything he said. That's why everything Myron instead of Andrew said, "Hey Myron, yo, they invited you here. You out of line, man." He's laughing. Look, he calling them niggas and retarded. Like he liked that he was doing that for him because that's the token blackie. It's most of the black people we have in this position now are token blackies, man.
Myron's behavior was disgusting. His mouth was nasty. But
go ahead, Sage, and then Taz, and then we read the super chats and we gone. Anybody going to go live after this thingy so we can do the redirect? There's 1,000 people watching.
Somebody should.
I'll crank it up.
Hey, y'all have. Who is
I'll crank it up.
Oh, go ahead and send me the link, Fantastic, if you can. Tess, uninterrupted, please go ahead and final thoughts.
Yeah, so I will say thank you for inviting me and shit, bro. I actually didn't know how this was gonna go. This could have actually went horrible. And I do appreciate how y'all handled that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a question of how niggas might move. You know what I mean? So I do actually have a great appreciation for how y'all handled that. That was kind of nasty how, you know what I'm saying, they tried to pull rank. And I'm thinking it's because, they kind of got bigger names and whatnot. And, that's integrity that y'all showed with that. So I do appreciate that along with the invite coming. And, you know what I'm saying, we ain't always on the same side of conversation. So, yeah, I mean, y'all ain't even have to extend that level of grace to me, but I appreciate it. And so I did want that to be stated.
And respectfully, Taz, that's why we invited you. Yeah, that if we wanted the other side, we would have told you keep going. We know that you can do that in regardless to that the conversation to be on the other side and be able to talk that talk as well too. That's why we invited you.
Yes, it is. Tess, you know what it is actually with Fantastic Q and King Riches? He's the gardener on he's instead of being the warrior in the he's the warrior in the gardener. Y'all can do it. We know, if it was time for y'all to go, y'all can do it. But hey, he's the warrior in the gardener. Just sit over there. There's no war to be had. Let's have the conversation. They decided to escalate shit into war. And this is what I'm talking about. Once the warrior leaves the gardener, now all of a sudden, calm down, King Regis. Calm down. So now you want the warrior to calm down? You decided to fight. Let's fight then. Right? But it's like I'm saying, man. And especially because he's on Rumble. He's demonetized. He has nothing to lose. That's why he was acting a donkey. Because when you look at his behavior when he's streaming for YouTube, and when we says, "Hey, let's cut down then go to Rumble," now all of a sudden the real person comes out, right? So once again, I appreciate y'all for y'all decorum and for controlling yourselves. There's no way nobody's going to spin this into look at those chimps, not trying to behave themselves. Y'all did a tremendous job. Okay. Final thoughts before I kick y'all off. Not final thoughts. Where can people find y'all? All the links are going to be in the description as usual. Okay, everybody's going to be getting a collaboration link, all that. Okay, so pay attention. All the clips are going to collab to make sure that you guys get subscribers and all that. Make sure after the show you check their links right in the description. Okay. Anybody has something to say, especially where they can find you? And before
I'll just say one thing though. I was kind of disappointed that we didn't talk about Chud. I was kind of disappointed. I think there was a slight relevance to his situation and what was going on now.
And you know what else was going to happen? Once we figure out that we can have a civil conversation with Andrew, in 2 weeks when something happened to Chud, we'll bring the same panel and we talk about it. But there's the thing. The dude came, sabotaged the panel. He decided to be all solidarity. Bro, we didn't do nothing to you. We were treating you with the most respect.
Yeah.
So you are forcing our hands.
Man, I'm going.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Tess. But you are forcing our hand. Either we open our asshole because you're famous, or we do something. And the answer is we have to do something. Because like I said, we're going to get there one day. We don't need to be subservient to people that are bigger than us just for the sake of this. Okay. So King Riches, where can they find you, man?
King Riches on YouTube. Make sure you go subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my content. I talk about a lot of different things. I just want to say thanks to Fatty. Ali, fantastic. Smell the Roses, SH, everybody that was on the panel. It was a great show. And hopefully I'll be back to do more. And I wasn't that vocal today. I apologize. I wasn't that vocal. I'm a little bit.
No. Hey,
You know what
hey,
I mean?
King,
But like it was the
You
dynamic
did
was a
great.
bit weird. Like, you get what I'm
King,
saying? So
you don't have like it's not like we actually have like a solid like rotation of people with big personalities and all that shit. You don't have to crash out just for the sake or do have a very we have a strong opinion. You see what I'm saying? Hey man, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much, King Richard.
Thank you, sir. I like the AI still. Are you got
Appreciate
the
you, King.
graphics on Smash, bro? You got
Hey,
the
man.
graphics on Smash.
Hey, we are trying, man. We're trying to make it. I appreciate you, King. Thank you very much for being here. Salute to you.
Love, bro. Love, man.
Let me give some time to Mr. Fantastic because I know Fantastic is putting the stream up. Smell the Roses. Final thoughts?
That was absolutely crazy. Okay. Like, man, I could not believe that. I was just like, yeah, it's sorry.
It's fine, doggy. It's fine.
Yeah.
The dog is saying time to go to sleep.
No, I'm sorry I flew off mute. I couldn't help but say something. I couldn't believe Andrew was laughing like that.
No, it's like I said, it's people unfortunately are opportunists. And when I say are opportunists, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. If y'all going to sell this religion and righteousness and all that, like why the fuck are you letting people just come in and bullying us? We was very patient. We was very, very patient. So once again, man,
And
I
you
don't
were
get it.
calling King Riches and Taz, you were trying to calm them down. And shout out to Taz. I never saw him before. I've only heard his voice. And shout out to you, King Riches. This is my first time being on the panel with you. But
Where can people find you, Smell the Roses?
with you, with SH,
Oh, that's crazy.
with Ilkan Ali.
I'm going to do a better job than you are doing yourself.
No, I'm Smell the Roses. So, yeah, look me up. Y'all know where to find me.
That was good.
I love them too. What did King Richard say? Fatty, you smash. You smash.
Yeah,
He's got the graphics on Smash. The graphics.
Yeah.
Hey,
on
man.
pattern. He's got it.
Me and my editor are trying to do our best. SH, final thoughts and then Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have a lot to say today because I was young in the research. But I've seen Myron go viral a few times. I never understood his premise, but what he just did today just made me have a strong disdain towards him. I was offended, disgusted. It was just nasty. You don't need people around you like that, Fatty.
I think you should debate people that have opposing ideas to you. Agreeing with everybody, it doesn't make sense. No, but that's the point. We were expecting Myron as a seasoned veteran on these YouTube streets to actually come with a point, and he didn't. Matter of fact, like I said, he got caught off guard because I didn't cut the clip where people are cutting the clip. I cut the clip that explains why.
Oh no! Hi, Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah.
What's up, SH?
You wanna pick up where Fatty was, what he was trying to say?
Yeah, sorry. I was just saying that, like,
no, I was saying hi to Mr. Fantastic because I got my emote from
Yeah,
Battle
you
with
welcome.
You.
Damn, they have a
brother. Not the same as Warlord.
is neck and neck with two of my favorites. Shout out to you, SH. Once again, all the links are going to be in the description. And finally, it's fucked up. This is how nice we were. We did one for him too. This is what I'm saying. Like, we are not trying to start no trouble. Like, look at this. Look at this shit.
Let's do it. Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, does it look like we're trying to influence? You know what I'm saying? Like, you be extra nice, and people just elbow. I don't fucking get it,
good,
man.
Patty.
That's crazy,
You,
bro.
Ali, Player One, you guys do good work.
I don't get
it's
it.
good business. It's not anything that you're doing. They're just clout chasers. You know, they're punching down, and it was unnecessary. And they're no better than the people that they talk about. Like you
I
said.
don't think they cloud chasers because they do need this, but this is a level of respect they have for people that actually have bigger platforms. Like Marwan wouldn't act like this on. Actually, Marwan would act like this everywhere. Andrew, like he wouldn't. Like it's just a bad look. Like, maybe
It is a bad look.
It is what it is. Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, man. What's up, man? Hey, bro.
Hey, you didn't miss us. That's crazy. That's fucked up.
What? No, man. It's listen, bro. Like I said, I understand, man. Y'all doing big things. Pause or whatever, bro. Like you said, you know.
Man, there's a pausable. There's not a pause. There's not even a pausable shit.
Big things is pausable, brother.
Big thing is pause. That's crazy.
Pause, brother. Pause.
That's
pause.
crazy.
I don't know if you know the Diddy tape came out, so you got to be heavy on the pauses, brother. But anyway,
Heavy.
man. Hey, great convo as usual, bro. I wish you would have let me have it, bro, because I think I could have turned it into something far more salvageable and entertaining. But hey, man, y'all the experts, and I understand. There's only so many monkeys a motherfucker gonna be, though. That's why I wanted to, you know. But hey, man, like I said, you know, respect to the platform and whatnot, bro. Overall, I think it was a great conversation. This, especially covering this topic. And I know you guys like to try and stay away from the racial things, but this is a very, very serious conversation that need to be had because it's a lot of a lot of opinions, a lot of emotions and things going around this. So just appreciate you guys for covering it. And I'm gonna hop over here and so I can crank up the other live and just send people over. But you know,
I appreciate you,
bro.
and I'll send people your way. And thank you very much for working with this foreigner. I appreciate it. That's great. Everybody can work with foreigners. Everybody.
Hey,
Stephen
there's nothing
Crowder.
wrong with being a foreigner.
That's crazy. Everybody. Stephen Crowder, Russell Brand, motherfucking Evie Connect, Alban Preach. Everybody can work with foreigners. Motherfucker. You don't even talk English. Surprise. I didn't say I had the New York accent. God motherfucking damn it.
Mr. Fantastic.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. It wasn't on my bingo card that I will be called a foreigner by Marut Alfdu from South Sudan. It wasn't on my bingo card, but hey, man. It is what it is. Friends, y'all can join our shenanigans on Discord, okay? You can join our shenanigans on Discord, join the Patreon, and you get access to all the songs we play and to the Discord where we talk our shit over and over again. I might be having to send people to Mr. Fantastic. Let me read these super chats and cash apps, and we are but friends. Appreciate y'all for being here. Thank you very much. SH, King Riches, and smell the roses. Get the hell out of our house.
This is Sparta!
And if anybody can put Mr. Fantastic link, I would appreciate it. Okay, friends? If y'all can put Mr. Fantastic link somewhere, I would truly appreciate it so I can send. I guess I'm back. Let me read these cash apps and super chats too. Shout out to Brandon for the 100, and then he sends another $80. Oh my God, Brandon, Mr. Mac saying, "Fatty, what up? I got you today, my man. Oh my God, thank you so much, Mr. Brandon. I appreciate you." Thank you so much. We got Timothy Canada. Thank you very much, Timothy. He says, "I really enjoyed the content. I appreciate you, Timothy. Thank you very much for being here and donate to the cash app."
Cha-ching.
No. Tony, get me the link for the show. I think that's what Batman is doing right now. Let me confirm. Oh, okay. It's live. It's live. So we're going to do this. We're going to close all this, and we are going to set a redirect to Mr. Fantastic. Friends, there's 100 and something super chats. Their opinion is valuable, so stand by so I can actually tell you what it is. And shout out to Big Ed Abrams in the building. He said Untouchable Empire Bay B.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Now let's go to the motherfucking super chat.
Buckle up, everyone. It's time for some super chats.
You want to smell the roses?
Wait.
Yes, you are.
I wanted to say thank you for the people that cash apped me.
Say that you can say the names. It's fine. I have time.
Okay, sorry. It was Big Head Abrams. Thank you for the $10 cash app, and the Genius CEO. Thank you so much for the $5 cash app.
Thank you.
Sorry. Thank you.
She is so polite. By the way, smell the roses.
Yes.
Are you rooting for Spain or the United States in the World Cup?
Come on now.
This is Sparta!
I'm a bad bitch.
You thought you was going to eat. Friends, let's read all of these 100 super chats. Shout out to Player One. He says, "Let's go, Untouchable Empire."
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Thank you so much. Shout out to the Knicks, man. Jesus Christ, y'all are tripping. Shout out to my boy, Sophisticated Jerk. He pulls up with a $10 baller and then says for the Super Pale Grief and one SB. Shout out to you, DH. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. We have Devil Games sub to the panel. Big up to King Riches and one of my favorite logic debaters, Andrew Wilson. Thank you so much, sir. We have a membership from the Chatter King. He became a member of the
Untouchable Empire, baby.
Untouchable Empire, baby. We have Big Ed saying, "I love ya, Andrew. Respectfully, don't come over here with that debate, bro energy. This is the
Untouchable Empire, baby."
Appreciate you, sir. We have DH saying, "Crucible Crew shows respect to all the streamers." Thank you very much, Crucible Crew. Hey, man, I appreciate the support. I'm not trying to gain followers willy-nilly. I think we did our best. But once we are threatened and people say, if y'all do this, we are going to do the X, y'all forcing our end. There's nothing we can do because there was a threat involved. And like we are the escalators and we don't want to die, we choose to de-escalate the situation and go to our peaceful way. You don't want a back and forth. You might end up into something more dangerous. The Fallen from the Crucible Crew. Thank you very much, The Fallen. I appreciate you. We have Zero Fallout saying, "Lucky got 35. If his family was smart, they should made a plea deal. He would have got 15 and got out in 6 or 7. 2 families lost both of their kids." We have Andrew Starr supporting from the crew. But panel things like kindergartens, yes, you get more of the story when you get testimony instead of believing early reporting, especially when there was a gag order. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. We have Mr. Omar with the super stick. And we have 90 to go. We have Daniel Koroma with the 2 British pounds. Super sticker. Thank you very much. We have the Zucker 1v1 Andrew Wilson versus Dante as Boxing Nation. Debate needs to happen. Thank you very much. We have America First Rifleman with 5 memberships for Mr. Fantastic.
Brother.
The Great Dane, Goat, you all angry goofy, go Andrew, cook his ass. We have great Dane saying this clown goat got a hat over a do-rag, old hat, 18 goofy. Like, Jesus Christ, y'all are aggressive. Blade Brown crying Carmelo is innocent is literally saying Chuck is innocent. Ninjas are idiots. What's up, man? We got John saying white boys have no business putting their hands on why and trespassing, being asked to leave and goading them on to touch me and see what happens. Shit. Theo in the building. Shout out to my boy Theo. He says Austin like 6'2", 250, and Carmelo is 5'6" or 5'7", 180. Thank you very much, Theo. Rachel Wilson says the hypothetical is analogous. Andrew was not in the place he wasn't supposed to be and told to leave multiple times. Location, location, location. Rick Rock. Andrew escalated that situation and did everything he was supposed to do. He didn't have to run. He has the ability to stay calm and de-escalate. Thank you so much. We have Victor Von Krupt. The super panel hasn't made a single good point against Andrew yet. Legit looks like a school teacher having an argument with a collection of 13-year-olds. Embarrassing. Good luck. Good look after your kids. Go look after your kids. Thank you very much. I appreciate you, sir. We have 80 to go. Drink. Daughter, dick me. Damn. Thanks for the debate. Today I learned certain sectors of population don't understand basic emotions or escalating and have zero impulse control. Oh, damn. You might be right. It just didn't work the way that you thought it was going to work. Super Jazz Insider. Super Jazz Insider. I don't know these names. Super Jazane there. Stop yelling. FFC. Je suis fatigué. Oh, you tired? Damn, that's crazy. Rachel, stop yelling. Just speak at a normal volume like a civilized human being. I actually appreciate the advice, Rachel. You should say that to Maron. America First Rifleman, $2. This is why I live in the country. We have $20 ball from Mac is on the 200. He says, appreciate it, Ali, and I'll on the pen. Mac is on the 200s now. Iceman. Fatty is so wrong. Carmelo wasn't allowed to be there and was asked to leave multiple times before he was confronted. Absolutely. And you know what you do? The same way I'll call the cops, go call the teachers, go call the supervisors. You are a student. You shouldn't be doing, there's not a civil arrest. Go call people. God damn it. Lord, do the nerds. Lord of the nerds. The idea that it's okay to want to live dudes that are taller than you is massive. Talk about soft people. Damn. And Carl Anderson comes in with a 10 untouchable membership.
I believe that there's multiple so-called black leaders who believe that they are untouchable.
Got untouchable empire, baby.
Thank you very much, Carl. Always on the back. I appreciate you. We have Iceman. If you're camping, someone walks into your tent and you ask them to leave, you're not allowed to get them out because you are allowed to do that on your tent. That was not Metcalf property. Supervisors, teachers, and people that were in charge, they have the authority to do what they did, not the students, sir. Thank you very much. We have Christopher Scott. According to the police reports, Wes is 6'1", 245. He's 5'8". According to police reports, but thank you very much, sir. We have Peaches. Recent Broadwood County arrest, March, dating violence, domestic. A police arrest report described him as a 6'1" and approximately 250 pounds. 45 pounds. I already showed it. It is incorrect. Odie Shlomo, $5. Ask Andrew if by his logic of escalation, then using a weapon should Chud the Builder be convicted? I don't know his opinion about Chuck the Builder, to be honest. God is the great physician with a $20 vote. He says premeditation isn't a standard used in Texas. He only needed the internet to cause serious bodily harm, which resulted in death. Also, 932(2)(a, an alive in force can only be used versus another use of force based on probability. Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate you. An extended Delta with the $20 vote. Here is the crucible love Andrew called for. Anyway, You can instigate like Carmelo did and then claim self-defense. Not how self-defense works anywhere. Also, Carmelo could have left. We know because the fight was because he wouldn't. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate you. We have Shadow the Titan Wasp. Andrew, this is Texas. I have two questions. Would multiple people approaching aggressively be deemed aggressive? Was Anthony F be allowed in that location? Thank you very much, Titan Wasp. I appreciate you. Hard worker. We have Codens saying the main point you dummies are missing is that proportionality. Stabbing someone in the chest is not proportional to getting pushed on the shoulder. You are all brainwashed. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. We have Big Ed saying stand your ground, Lord. To some is an excuse. I agree with that. The Genius CEO member for 6 months. Look at you. Everybody go watch A Time
The
to Kill.
Untouchable Empire, baby.
He's doing movies recommendations. Mac King, 3 black people excluded themselves. And we have 60 to go. God is the great physician. Andrew, all you need to do is read 1902 and 932 Texas Penal Code, and its open shut case is guilty forced is based on probability, not possibility. Thank you so much. We have Peaches saying only 11% of the population there is black. 3 black jurors were dismissed because they were teachers, and it conflicts with that case, not racist. Thank you very much. We have another one from Sentinel Isaiah. This panel is mostly a joke, 30 minutes late and still unprepared to debate Andrew. Only person saying anything logical or reasonable is Mr. Fantastic. Would rather see a 1v1 than the panel of vibes. I think we caught him and clipped him several times. If he is Xerxes, we made him bleed. If Andrew Wilson is Xerxes, we definitely made him bleed. And y'all can fanboy all y'all want, but I won't be gaslighted. I won't be gaslighted. Look at him over there. Peace to you, Andrew. Appreciate it. Christ is God. W. Premeditated doesn't mean he drew up a plan like the Italian job. He intended to kill him. That's what that means. And you have to prove it. Prove it. John, GQ. Yeah, this premise, sentence, and opinion from Rosa is why women should stay out of politics and the justice system in general. Damn. Mac says Roses, keep it up. And Max on the 230. Daniel, you have the right to defend yourself. The defense has to be proportional. And we have $50 all from Carl motherfucking. Thank you very much, Carl. He says the hardest part about the situation is that long-lasting systemic differences are being stirred up again in a case where we can all sympathize with the young man who lost his life and agree that justice is needed, but not in this way. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Carl. Salute to you. We have God is the great physician. I don't think half the whiteness in the trial would be black if Austin was what you said he was. Thank you very much. We have Dr. Dickme. Pause. Alf, this entire panel has been racist since the start. Spare me the pearl clutching, no self-awareness, and soft people. Damn, how did that turn out in the end? John GQ, are y'all really saying there couldn't be any other reason why kids would ask another kid from a different school to leave their tent outside racism? We are saying that is not his job. Gavin, racism is passed down, says the foaming at the mouth racist goat. Man, LMAO. I'm glad that we agree. Tone, A1, 37 years ago, 50 companies own 90% of the US media. Today, 90% of US media is owned by 6 companies: Viacom, News Corp, CBS, Time Warner, and Disney. Appreciate it. We have Sky or not. Didn't Azar say that Andrew is not intelligent because he's white? I argue that he's far more racist than anything Metcalf parents says. There's a claim of genetic superiority. It's a fair assessment, I guess. Lazarus, Carmelo. Carmelo was told to leave 15 times. Poor Carmelo. Oh, damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's see where I was. All these companies race bait facts. Where are we? Carmelo was. Oh, damn. I might be skipping some super chats, friends. All those companies push rate based tactics. Damn. Send Myron the link by Chad. Tone A1. All those companies named use race based
The
tactics.
untouchable empire, baby.
Just my 2 cents. No evidence. Austin action were racially motivated. Crimson King says, let Myron up, send him the link. We did. And then we have DJ LV up. A person can watch plenty of YouTube videos of others pushing strangers for no reason. Make it make sense. We can watch folks crash out for no reason. And we have Chad saying, what people tell your kids not to get into confrontations with black kids because we'll tell them to respond with violence. We're the problem? Damn. If we're violent, y'all should know better. Big Ed, why is Andrew avoiding test questions? MC EVT saying hello to the panel in the
The
chat.
untouchable empire, baby.
Appreciate you. She's Super Jane Sider says lower your fucking volume. So on. So God is the great physician says it doesn't matter if Austin started it. 932 tells you when you can respond with an alive force. Also, you can say touch me and see what happens with the intent of using a poker versus someone who isn't. John says, GOAT argument is teach your boys to submit to our boys because we're teaching our boys to draw knives at every disagreement. I think his argument was keep your hands to yourself. God is the great physician. Fixing typo, you can say touch me. See what happens with the internet with the intent of using an alive force versus someone who isn't. That's provocation in Texas. We have another one. Through the Fire podcast, TJ's in the building. Says smell the roses. Nothing but support for you. Damn. Shout out to Smell the Roses. And he sends her 5 memberships.
The untouchable empire, baby.
We got 50 to go. Extended Delta. Carmelo definitely escalated. Even if Austin also did, it wouldn't matter. Austin didn't stab and then claim self-defense. Carmelo did. In 2 weeks, we're going to have another case and we'll see if everybody's consistent. Pseudo signed with the $20. Anthony was under Metcalf team tent. He was not allowed to be there without the without a chauffeur. This is how all track meets go. He was asked to leave and refused. He wasn't approached for no reason. He wasn't being bullied. Supervisors and teachers, friends. MC Evitits, $5. Keep your hands to yourself because unfortunately you could be deleted. You can determine if someone will overreact. We have Bradley. $5. Doctor and GOAT are not intelligent enough for this conversation. This is intelligently painful. Thank you very much. We have Dream, the Dick, me, Dream. I now know why there is so much violence in black high schools. Sensitive and soft people with low impulse control express disproportionate. We're almost there, friends. We almost.
Isn't that what Myron did? Go ahead, Fad.
I don't know. I think everything they said.
Ain't it crazy?
I think everything they said it was self-fulfilling. By the end, calm down.
Y'all, that comment literally says they're talking about black people and the type of behaviors they can demonstrate nobody on the panel was demonstrating that on except for Myron. The as far as he went up, calling everybody niggas and retarded, then try to blame it. Like you see how he tried to deflect, he tried to blame it on Taz, but he said it first, and Taz responded to him.
He had no case,
and he tried to deflect. The problem with Fatty is that we're following the timeline, and they don't like it that we're trying to be logical too. They like people just bowing down to them and letting them be right.
No, and the thing is, I let him the opportunity to actually, like, he started with the, oh, look at this guy with low IQ. He was calling me foreigner before he got here. Ali, he was insulting me before I got here. And that's the thing, right? He doesn't know us, but we know him. I know what you're trying to do. That's why, hey, everybody, calm down. I know.
We know, Fatty. We know. Everybody, they ain't caught up to that yet.
We know. We tried our best.
No matter what, it still was gonna. It shows that no matter what type of conversation you try to have, they're gonna go there.
So, but that's the thing, right? Is if I'm mean to you, you say I'm mean, and there's an excuse for you to do shit. If I'm kind of nice and there's calm down and everything, I get even treated worse.
Low IQ.
Friends, I had to fight back. Shout out to all of y'all with the bald spots on the back of your head after you did the transplant. Okay, we don't judge.
Yeah, I could have sworn he had a transplant. Yeah, he didn't have.
Yeah, but he failed. Like, you know, when you do it,
he failed.
Yeah, he did it too early, and the halo coming back again. Like he's a what the Jewish thing that they put on the head?
Hanukkah.
Hey, Ali, read 40. Ali, I already read.
Okay, hold on, Fatty. You better hold on.
You can start from the beginning.
Thank you, Never Lucky Rubber Ducky, with the $5 super chat. Thank you, 07N1S1 SB. I don't even know what that means. Greg with the $10 super chat. The Super Crew supporting. Thanks, Fatty. Yeah, thank y'all for supporting, man. Regardless, thank y'all for supporting.
Thank you, even if it was the last time that y'all support.
Even y'all ain't gonna call y'all people out. Thank y'all for supporting. Yeah, even if it's the last time. But y'all can't just be a cult followers, man. If y'all people do something wrong, call them out.
The Christian God tells you to be compassionate with your neighbor. Okay, I'm a foreigner.
You can't tell somebody to be Christian, then you allow the person to demonstrate behaviors that's not Christian. Like, you can't tell somebody to be logical and then they being illogical, and then you can't tell people they niggas. He didn't say it, but Myron did, and you acting like the nigga.
Oh no, Ali called us. The first insult that they said was the N-word with the R-E-R.
Oh Lord, who Myron?
Yes.
Yeah, Myron. I said Andrew didn't.
No,
Andrew had composure
the only
until
thing Andrew did wrong.
He co-signed. Andrew co-signed. He co-signed.
We're not going to
the soft cosign. He soft cosign, and then when you asked him the question, he went somewhere else instead of addressing if Myron did what he did. That's all Andrew did wrong. So he laughed while he was being ignorant. That's all you did. We're not extremists. Tell G with the $5 super chat. All I'm seeing is more separation and division influencing race wars, and not by us. Andrew Thrasher with the $20 super chat. Good evening, panel. Former senior airman Andrew Thrasher here. Those on this panel that say that they stabbing in the heart is a proportional response to being pushed and are morally bankrupt. Y'all need Jesus. You know what the bad thing that Andrew did in bad faith though is thinking that a 17-year-old boy knows where to stab somebody to kill him. And he's gonna say his intent was to kill. Like he doesn't have to prove it. He doesn't have to prove that this kid intended to kill and knew where to put the knife in his heart to kill him as well too. He doesn't have to prove that. He goes, hey, he deserved murder one because it was premeditated.
That's the point. You can't prove it. There's nothing that actually you can even prove it because he didn't initiate the thing and he warned, just leave me alone.
Yes, come on, man. Premeditated, man. He would have came off gate killing him. I'm just gonna stab him. LKO Whack with the $2 super chat. Can you send Myron Gaines the link he wants to join? I think he was procrastinating with joining. Everybody had to show that. We threw him the link every single time. I mean, every different direction. And then he finally pulled up. Like Andrew had to do it. He wasn't trying to come up because he knew that was going to happen. Just my 4 cents. We should debate him. Just my 4 cents with the $5 super chat. In a DV case, isn't the one who assaults first go to jail? Yeah.
Keep your answer yourself. It's a basic standard for everybody.
And then he flipped when I asked him, is a cop pointing a gun at somebody de-escalation? Is me pointing at somebody that breaks in my house de-escalation?
No, you're
escalating
things. You're escalating things.
Selective boy. Shadow the Titan Wasp with the $2 super chat. Texas disparity of force. Much love to you, Shadow. John _ GQ with the $10 super chat. Touching isn't some magic cheat code that allows you to kill someone. I can't trespass and spend an hour with my finger inches from your face saying I'm not touching you and not being an aggressor. It's just funny how a lot of white people, not all white people, are now trying to change the course of what allows you to use stand your ground, fatty. In North Carolina, they'll tell you play stupid games, win stupid prizes. They'll say literally
no, it's fuck around and find out.
Yes, yeah, fuck around, yeah. But now all of a sudden, hey, just because you get touched doesn't mean you should murder somebody. Oh, really? Okay. Did I read all of that? Yes, my bad. Freezer with five.
I'm deleting it. Thank you very much, Freezer.
The chief
Freezer, 1 second. Thank you very much, Freezer, for the 5 memberships. I appreciate it.
The untouchable empire, baby.
And then the cheap chimp gifted us with another membership as well.
The untouchable empire, baby.
And then just my 4 cents with the $2 super chat. What did the first say that was wrong? Nothing. DJ LV Lup with the $5 super chat. Ali, you are contradicting yourself. You said the same about black people, baby mamas, no black fathers in a home. We listen, we judge. No, Ali did not say that. Ali said with the CDC, what black women said as well too. 58% of black men live with their children, and 78% of black men are involved with their children. Ali does say that our women do have children out of wedlock. You can say that as well too. We do have a lot of baby mamas. I do say that, but I don't say that the black fathers are not involved with the kids. They can't be in the house if the woman don't want them in the house. Bradley with the $5 super chat. So by your logic, Karmelo learned to end white people from his parents. Ridiculous argument. Ain't that crazy? I learned nigger and how to be ignorant. Niggas and bitches for my mother and father, but they didn't learn how to be racist from their mother and father. It's crazy.
That's literally the point that Karmelo, that Metcalf's dad said. He must learn that from y'all. He criticized the parents. So if he can criticize the parents for what Karmelo did in self-defense, why can't we criticize the kid for what the dad is saying? This is ridiculous.
It's so many different sayings, like the apple doesn't fall from the tree. People know the child is typically the reflection of their mother and father, man.
But Tali, but I was saying is when we're talking with Andrew and all these Tommy and all these people that are the
prove it, fatty.
It is, yes. You see what I'm saying? We need to make sure that we don't get into the semantics game.
Of course,
you get
we gotta point it, but we gotta point it out. We gotta point it. Hey,
you get the hypocrisy. You get the contradiction. Is rules for me, rules for thee, but not for me. You uphold me to a standard that you don't do yourself, and that's
we're accepting your generalizations, but you're telling us to prove the generalizations that you know exist, and then you're having a bad faith argument. Prove that the father taught him to be racist. We already read that one, right? Did I read that one? Yeah, I read that one. Extended Delta with a $5 super chat. The father tried to forgive the next day. They told him to shove it, and black people have terrorized his family since, including multiple swats.
Sure.
Sure. And he called him a watermelon felon. Yeah, he really tried to apologize and be a good man. Shadow the Titan Wasp with the $5 super chat. The biggest issue is people are not considering Texas law. Lord Geotron with the $2 super chat. I sent you a cash app, my guy. Salute to you. Mick,
it was to you? You said your cash app?
I ain't get nobody sent me no cash app this show. Nobody sent Ali.
We got the goals. We got the goals.
Oh, we got the goals though?
Okay. Yeah, we got the goals.
Mikhail Supreme with the $5 super chat. Whatever happened to settling confrontations with hands? Your young men are afraid to feel pain these days and deal with fists. Go straight to the steel. It's funny, fatty, that the officer Darren can shoot Mike Brown because Mike Brown was so much bigger than him and he got to stand his ground. George Zimmerman got Trayvon was a taller kid, a supposedly kind of bigger kid. George Zimmerman got to shoot him in his chest and stand his ground, right? But the boy can't feel threatened that he's about to get serious bodily harm when the boy is 212 pounds and you're 130 pounds.
I fear for your life only applies to certain people.
Colors? Oh, now you think America racist? OD_Shalomo with the $5 super chat. They're liars. By this logic, they need to shut up about us putting in work when they call us the N-word, since we live in constant white supremacy. Much love to OD Shalomo. Craftsman Ethos with the $5 super chat. There is a thing today. There is a bit showmanship involved in being podcast or influencer. Fatty, where is everyone's gold suits?
I'm for it still. I don't have it.
Shout out to Titan Wasp with the 5 gifted memberships, man. Much love to you. My brother Chicago with a $10 super chat. Right. He only came with those words when he was trying to defend Chud. Black people responding to words only was bad when we were responding to Chud. It's only out of context to cover his ass. Get Mo with a $2 super chat. Let Fantastic loose.
Yeah, hey man, we
And
don't
then
know
they would have blamed.
we don't want to go to Rumble too, and we don't like it would good for Fantastic exposure, but they will use Fantastic and King Riches to
Right.
clip it. Is what Carl did is
Right.
let them loose, and then I'll clip it, put them on the thumbnail, and talk crazy because I just acted this because like that. Let me read these ones while the little one is on your left.
Oh, you see it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
You see it, boy?
Yeah.
Hey, you think I'm playing?
No,
hey,
no,
this,
like,
this one up, hey, he done got off the chain now, boy.
He's running around. Type
What?
Amaru keeps forgetting he's not a white boy. He called me a foreigner. I was like, we were cousins. God damn it, Myron, that's crazy. We come from
He called you a foreigner and say you can't speak English. You honestly, they talking about your accent. You speak English better than a lot of people, even in this country. It's your accent. They can say something about your accent, not your English.
Ali, East Coast is literally a person from Barbados that stutters. All the people on his crew, all these the producer stutters. Like, what the fuck are we doing, man?
I
like,
knew you were doing a part. I don't understand what you're saying. I didn't understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
I don't understand. I knew what he was doing. I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, so you understand the guy from Barbados that stutters, but you don't understand me. That's fucked up.
Well, he said the doctor got low IQ though.
I will sue you. I'll sue you. Omi in the building, remember for 4 months.
Untouchable Empire, baby.
Myron, you are a foreigner. Your people fled your poor own country and to come here, Ninja. Go help your country out. You reject.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Hey, friends, it's TOS. Ty Pro, Andrew Loving, Amru's racism. Fuck both of these leagues. Sac Passe, the Sand Ninja champion out. Oh, wait. NT in the building. How come Myron keeps using the N-word and it's always to disrespect black person?
Crazy.
That's unacceptable, man. Like we
it's crazy.
We Ali. We are
crazy.
So like Ali, that show that we did, we are so better than we are.
We didn't even give it back.
Same energy. Ali, we're not nervous, we're not shaky, we're not. They're like, hey man, we're just trying to talk. If y'all don't want to talk,
we get to clip them and review them now. Are these guys racist? Does he hate himself?
Hey man,
are these people grifters? Is he a grifter?
I have a lot of.
Is he really a Christian?
I have a lot of wire and shit to do. You got the whole day tomorrow to go ahead and go free. God damn it, Red Lipstick, the Untouchable Empire, baby. It's time for him to go.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Hey, we try to recover. We really try to recover. Marlon, champion out. Oh, Ali, look at
about the presses. Hey, look at that.
I can get. Hey, we tried, man. We
didn't even do nothing, man.
The official YouTube Argentine Monkeys and Chimps never says that to the true or false. Oh, he said that to the black truth.
Yo, can he went straight to smell the roses, bitch. Straight with the bit. Straight with it.
Super inside Jacinder. Amazing. We have more 30 to go, friends. Almost there. Get Mo. $10. Y'all are playing with y'all. Won't let Fantastic go. It seems like y'all just want to keep arguing with him and will not let anybody on the panel ask any questions you need to. Fantastic had the microphone for 23 minutes. I'm timing when people talking. He had the opportunity to go. We just we're trying to protect our platform and we're trying to protect Fantastic from like they are going to do this shit.
Ali didn't barely talk.
Hey, I hate when y'all do that shit, man.
Ain't it crazy?
Like we allow everybody.
It's a tactic.
We tag everybody. We let everybody go, and because it's not your motherfucking favorite content creator, you always have to talk shit. Let's go. There's a reason why we didn't. God,
exactly. We was protecting Fantastic. It wasn't even about that.
Like you think Fantastic? Do you think we don't know what Fantastic is going to do? We already
know. How many times we clip the Fantastic cooking people are coming up and talking the whole time? Like we want Fantastic to talk, man. Stop
MC
that, y'all.
Abby Tits. Myron has no impulse control. is behaving like the same people they accuse. Shout out to my boy Tariq. Tariq was on the opposite chat trying to tussle with them. Shout out to my boy Tariq. We have Bobby saying Myron has very low impulse control. Relax, sir. Notice how I know. Notice how Andrew didn't say calm down to him once.
Not once. But you would have told me. You would have said, Ali, calm down. I would have said, Fatty, calm down. I said, Fatty, don't call this man a cracker. Fatty, don't call Myron nigga. You would have told me that. They're not checking each other at all. When it's convenient, you can say anything you want to say.
Yeah.
Principle doesn't matter.
Friends, when they're sending the debate tactics now, that shit doesn't work anymore. Like
we I'm just gonna say that to prove it.
Hey, but a conversation is going to be so stale. Hey, man, I ate some pizza today. Prove it. Y'all are a bunch of rats.
I came from my dad's balls. Prove it.
Lord of the Nerds, soft panel. Damn. We literally kicked them off. And you know what's funny? We are soft for allowing them to go crazy. And then when you put your foot down, you are wrong too, because and that's the thing. Are y'all going to punish us for literally kicking off the show for chimping out when there's literally what he does and what he's known for? Frank Castling, people that are outing out of pocket on his show. We treated him like he treats his guests. If they're acting up, they get kicked out.
Right.
MC, technically Myron isn't a foreigner. His parents are, but he was chimping out. We have Peaches. Can't keep your own rules of no muting, chimping out. Who said that we wouldn't mute?
Yeah, he went too far. Andrew didn't do none of that. He went way too far. He got muted for a reason. He went way too far.
Lord of the Nerds, you soft as fuck, no cap. Thank you very much.
Why should Andrew mute somebody that's talking over him as he's hosting? Should the host mute somebody that's talking over them? Why y'all be doing that clout chasing stuff, man? And y'all be literally the ones in cults. If I'm talking over the person and they're hosting, I'm wrong.
No, it wasn't just because of that. He was acting crazy. He's fucking.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, just the whole exactly.
Man, play one. How dare you mention his bald spot? He's a halo. You have to respect. 20. We have 20 to go. Genius wouldn't do that to y'all. I know, Genius, you are a good dude. 19. El Myron, he can't debate. He doesn't have the energy for team pool. Your daddy Black. King Riches, why you didn't say anything to Myron? He disrespected you multiple times, yet you had smoke for China 2 years ago. Because King Riches has grown as a person. He knows better. Woo's Dragon. Good show. Untouchables. King Riches was good. I appreciate you. True Goblin, $5. Damn, y'all got beat down badly, and I rock with y'all, but everyone on this panel lost this one, and yes, Taz dirty ass do look like he wears.
Why? Prove it. Why do we lose?
No,
that's so.
It's fine. Ali, you are talking with the crowd of www.
It's crazy.
WW's in the chat.
Ad hominems and disrespect is what won them to eight. Ad hominems and disrespect won them to debate, Fatty.
W. Team Jinping, you guys are so beyond dumb. Please correct the stream title. So 85 IQ and below, welcome. Enjoy the crumbs. I don't think y'all know who we are, but we are not dependent of either the Fashion Feet crowd or the Crucible crowd. We have our own program, okay? Thank you very much.
Untouchable Empire, baby.
Kun of Kuns, good showing. Fantastic. Crucible says you're good. We have 13 to go. America First Rifleman, always have sympathy for criminals. Clown emoji. We have this man again. Question: if a white people are so racist and this is known by black people, why did Anthony family move to Frisco, a predominantly white place? Just like y'all know that black people are violent, but you still fuck with them. Isn't that the same logic? Why do you keep fucking? If black people are so violent, why you keep fucking with them? Wouldn't that be the same logic? That's crazy.
They tell the black people to work to get out the hood. Then when we get out the hood and come into your neighborhood, why do y'all ask us not to live in the hood and get out the hood and not run down the hood? When we come into a neighborhood doing better, you still want to treat the person like a nigga and not like an American. So instead of y'all saying we pulling the race card, we're gonna pull that American card. What happened for equality and justice for all, or freedom for and justice for all? It's so corny.
MC Evititz, I feel sorry for both families. It's an unfortunate situation, and you can tell anyone how to reach either side. I'll agree with that. I think both families lost their kids. Undeniable Smooth, which part of Karmelo is not in enough physical danger to use lethal force that is hard to reason with. Thank you very much. We have 10 to go. America First Rifleman, Karmelo is the victim. This is what I learned from the panel. We didn't say this at all. I think he should go to prison. I think 35 is too much. Cool Kev, shout out to the Untouchables being very tactical. That's the only way to rise above. Thank you so much, Cool Kev. We appreciate you. We have the Chicago.
Fatty, what if it was in reverse? What if a white kid ran under a black tent, and then the black kid pushed the white kid, and the white kid stabbed the black kid? You think it'd have been a different verdict?
If it feels for his life.
Think about all black tent. They're gonna treat him like hood, like they from the hood. White kid tries to get up there to try to get shelter from the rain, and he 215-pound MVP black boy pushes a 130-pound white boy. What the verdict is gonna be different.
To Chicago Real in the building saying party till I die with my chin up. I did the fat one Frank Castle. The Frank Castle? Sheesh. I didn't want to do it. It's just forced my hand. King Reaches, your daddy black.
Hey, good job too, Fatty. I didn't congratulate you too. Good job in controlling yourself and not going Majin. No, you didn't even go out. You were just like, whatever.
No, it's because he's not a threat to me. So I'm saying he's up there. He's kind of not a threat to me. I tell you, like usually it's like stand up with people that kind of are in the vicinity. You know what I'm saying? This situation, like, what are you? Your name is Fatty. You are a foreigner. Like, okay. Same insults I got on Fight Club 4 years ago. What's going to change? Do better than Eric, at least. You need to pull up and do better than Eric. King Richard, stop being afraid of Amaru Fudul, aka the pegging prince. You can talk about Sneeko, talk about Myron. Stop instigating, sir. We have another one chat. The Titan was Ferry. I want to chat with y'all. Hey, I see you on your own show, brother. We don't do open panels like that, but if Ali does like a pull-up, something show, just pull up. I see you hard working, man. Keep doing your thing. Zero Fallout, $5. I stopped listening to Andrew after CJ wrecked him. Coach been calling him out on his hypocrisies. He should have known. He should have told Myron to calm down. This is what Coach Greg Adams actually mentioned, right? Is the ecclesiastical people. These people should be better than us, man. The Christians and the morals and all that shit. He was being nice. Andrew was being the nicest. Hey, Andrew was being so nice in the messages that we were like, damn, this is weird. He's being so nice. Like
Andrew was being so nice.
Like, wait, is this an ambush or something? Like, he was being the nicest that I ever saw him do. And then Myron comes in. I understand that he has to stay loyal, but please don't project that shit into us. We didn't do nothing wrong. What did they say? The Dindu tribe? I didn't do it. Did you do it, Ali?
Nope, but you got him though logically. Hey, Andrew, did he come in here civilly and logic, or did he come in disrespectful? Went straight the whole different kind of way. Started talking about what happened with Karmelo.
And we stopped Tez, but we did that's just crazy. Lou, the dude, what's up? Lou says I stopped. Oh, I already read this one. Thank you. No, I stopped supporting Andrew after I heard him say that he would go to Rumble and say the N-word during the debate. Oh, wait. Wait. What? And then we have God is the great physician. Read 932 penal code, also 1902. All you had to have was the intent to cause serious bodily harm, which resulted in an equivalent force is based on probability, not possibility. You guys are low IQ, so you have to prove it. Prove that he wanted to aim for the R to kill the kid. Just prove it. You might, yeah, you are right. Just prove it. And shout out to my boy Jay. And long time no see, Jay. Where you been, Jay? Andrew and his cult are ridiculous. Great show, Toe. Another W for the Empire.
The Untouchable Empire, baby.
Friends, I think we read them all. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate y'all. And I see you on Sunday for the infamous ladies first show. Friends, if you want to join the Discord so you can talk shit, join the Patreon already at 50 members. We started it now. So let's make sure we have fun. I'm sending everybody to Mr. Fantastic. Check Nino Nation if he's coming in late. I appreciate y'all. Team Fatty, Ilkan Ali, and the Untouchables. Signing out without chimping out. Peace.
Yeah! Untouchable Empire. 5 p.m. ST. Super panel. Pick up the pace. Let's go. Go. Woo. Ha. Woo. Yeah. We coming in heavy, the super panel ready with Fatty and Ali on the stage. The host, we doing the most. We making the toast of the untouchable empire running the coast. They stepping to us, but they moving too slow. The orchestra hitting, we running the show. The 808s bumping, the violence jumping at 5 p.m. EST. We ready to blow. Andrew Wilson, ready for the smoke. We ain't playing games, no, it ain't a joke. Step to the squad and you'll get exposed. Untouchable empire, leaving you broke. Hey, hold up a minute, the opposition learning, they trying right now to get in the league back. They putting revenge, they bringing attention, but we got the armor defending the track. The steppers is speeding, the process of stampede. We trapping the beat and we bringing the heat. The aggression is teaching the lesson, the empire standing. We never retreat. Andrew Wilson, ready for the smoke.